yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
Oh, look at me. I'm retarded. I'm a globe.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you.
The whole system is designed to disconnect you from your intuition. Why? Disconnected people are easy to manipulate. Everything from sunscreen to politics to the food industry. It's all designed to disconnect and manipulate you. We are in the middle of a war right now, but it's not a traditional war. It's a war on consciousness. It's a war on freedom. This is the time to listen, not to the news. No, your intuition, your gut, your heart. Love is the greatest weapon against darkness. How do you love more? You begin by loving yourself. How do you love yourself? You listen to the messages your body is telling you.
Nobody is coming to save you. Get up. Be your own hero.
Slaves used to work all day, every day, with no pay. But they got free food, water, and shelter. Today, we work all day, nearly every day, and we get paid. But the money we make, we spend on food, water, and shelter. We're still slaves. The only thing that has changed is the illusion of freedom.
I'm scared, Dad.
Do you trust me, son?
Yes.
Come on, son. Rule number 1, never trust anybody.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square.
Now let me see you whack. Drop it to the flow, drop it to the flow, then Now lean.
Gravy make it splash like Pippin. shit, that's nothing. Splash. Everybody call me Big Pimpin'. No, I ain't bluffing. I'm with your mom in the kitchen, making blueberry muffins.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
Chicken banana, chicken banana, chicken banana, banana, banana.
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up.
I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up.
I remember when I lost my mind.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. That's right, coming to you on a Wednesday. Wow, pretty crazy. Ain't got no work this week, so we gotta fill our time with something. What do we got? Got D-Man back here too. What's happening, brother? You are muted if you're trying to talk. Of course, you might have stepped off. I love the avatar. It's Butthead and Butthead. I like it. How could you tell the difference? Boy, there's some world-class genes swimming around in that guy, huh? Check that. Right? Ah, damn.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. Champion. He's a champion. Look at that fucking guy. Let's put him up straight. Let's look at this. Holy sheep shit. Can you believe that? There it is. That's the issue of a fucking genius right there, you see. You can tell it just exudes brains, coming out of him.
What does he actually do, Eric?
I don't know, man.
I mean, you never see him. You never see him, and you see every other bit of the family except him.
And Tiffany, you don't see Tiffany too often.
Well, that's because she's a trad wife. So, she's one of those, I look kind of good because I'm chunky and got big jugs. She's one of those chicks, one of those kind of ditzy.
Like Erica.
Okay.
Like Erica was. Who, I guess, left out of the courtroom early today during that preliminary. It's not going well for the prosecution at all. None of that Tyler Robinson shit is sticking for nothing. It's just falling apart right there. I mean, that's what I said. I could just.
Oh, okay.
I could defend that fucking kid and get him off. I mean, they got so little. Their shit is so in the wind. They figured I think they were gonna try to take this kid out or something, like they did with Oswald. And there's no trial. There's no investigation. Don't have to do nothing. There it is. It's shut down. It's closed. We got everything. And that's exactly what they do with Oswald.
You haven't heard a word about him either.
No. Well, there's been some shit on the news and on Twitter about it, but and everybody's saying the same thing. And his kid ain't gonna get in trouble for nothing. What the fuck, man? They brought in, the video we've all seen where it blows up on a guy on the running across the roof and has a red circle around him and all that shit. They threw all that out because it was all altered video. They threw all that shit out of court. They said, you can't use that. What the fuck are you doing? You're using YouTube videos, man. Come on.
I don't know. I think that whole thing was just kind of a prop job that they were trying to set something up. But I mean, they set people up. They find dummies I'm sure probably through all these social media apps to try to manipulate in some way so they can get them to be somewhere, some kind of shit like that so they can frame something on you, oh, there he is, and you pull out the fake witnesses who said, I saw him walk across. I mean, it's that easy. It isn't hard.
No, it's not hard at all. Girl, easy. Boy, I just moved my page a little bit and girl started yelling at me about Nephilim. Because I didn't have it muted. Yeah, it'll be pretty good though. little shit that I've run across here today.
Giants, clones, weapons, and demons. Did you know my finals were in history, religion, and business? Explains a lot. This was my favorite topic, Nephilim. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be at the coming of the Son of Man. The Book of Enoch, Jasher, and Jubilees are biblically endorsed extra-biblical texts. Quoted all throughout Enoch 1, the Watchers were the fallen angels, 1/3 of God's angels. Semjaza was the leader, followed by Azazel. They taught humans warfare, metalwork, magic, root cutting, astronomy, cosmetics, and cosmic secrets. It's written that the Watchers saw the daughters of men that they were fair and took them as wives. And in this ancient language, the definition for those words implies that there was no consent. So, yeah. Their offspring were giants, and later diluted genetics led to Goliath. Allegedly, reportedly, this is just a story. These giants were called Nephilim, and apparently they corrupted humanity. An excerpt reads, "They sinned against the birds, beasts, and reptiles, and devoured one another's flesh." In Aramaic and Hebrew, many words have multiple meanings. Instead of a word just having one definition, it could branch off into other meanings, concepts, or even the opposite meaning of the word, depending on the context. And these creatures supposedly were messing with God's creation, and when they say sinned, does that mean cloned? Could it be splicing genetics, like a liger? Perhaps they were using technology I spoke about earlier. And is that not what we're doing today? So God, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, sent a flood, and Archangel Raphael bound Azazel. Alas, the fallen angels were sent to prison until 70 generations. So when is their sentence up? Isn't it strange how technology exploded after the 1800s? Let me know what you think. Are we living in the days of Noah? And if so, what does that mean? Okay, thanks, bye.
I only have one question from that video. Why does she have the cross in between her jugs?
I don't know.
I think that's, what's up with having it high in your chest? Why put it between there? Trying to get people to look.
Well, yeah. And it's a good excuse to look, too. Say, no, I wasn't looking at your tits. I was looking at your cross. I'm very religious. Let me get a closer look.
Yeah.
In fact, I like your cross so much, I want to motorboat your cross.
Would you take a picture with me?
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's that bad. It's that bad.
It really is, man.
So Trump they're talking about so the ceasefire's done, the memorandum.
No, say it. No.
Oh yeah. They're right back at it.
Look, it's all Hezbollah's fault. They're obviously going in and re-attacking, and Israel has to defend itself. So I mean, come on, will you? Come on, come on. They're totally one piece. Kind of like the Ukrainians. Ukrainians want peace too. I mean, even though they're firing missiles, they're peaceful missiles. They're missiles of love.
Well, apparently the Islamic regime of Japan shot missiles at us. That's what Trump said today. He said,
Islamic regime. Wait a minute. Hold on.
The Islamic Republic of Japan.
Japan has got
Japan. And he also was referring to Zelensky as Putin. He also thinks Nicki Minaj is in his cabinet.
Yeah, but she is in his mind.
God. It's at what point do people go, they're still just trying to pretend like the emperor's got these beautiful clothes on. And it's like, look, man, your lead fucking senator is dead. Okay, you guys are playing Weekend at Bernie's with this motherfucker. So you can expire the deadline for the special election. That's exactly what the fuck they're doing. This guy's trying to pass legislation to make it so that the Republicans win in any fucking election. I mean, it's off the chart. It's just, this thing is over. I'm trying to get so many people to realize that this voting is just like it's rearranging dog shit in your backyard. It doesn't help. It doesn't help at all, And they just think, oh, red guy bad, so blue guy good. No. Blue guy bad too. All of them bad. Every one of them. They're all bad. Stop. What the lesser of two evils? We need the lesser. No, we don't need any evil at all.
They're both evil. You're not making a better decision by picking one or the other.
No.
You're making the same decision no matter what you do, and then they're both bad.
What was that thing I had?
I looked it up. In Japan, 46% are Buddhists, 42% are no religion, 2% are Christianity, and 9% are other. 1% even said don't know / no response. 1%. So Trump's losing his mind.
Losing or lost? I mean, it's
lost.
just, yeah, I mean, fuck. I think it might be on here. Let me see.
I think we watched the video with the woman. He was talking to the woman she was from Japan, I think, wasn't it? The woman with plastic surgery, and he was like friggin' insulting her, like right to her face on live TV. It's like, shit, I wouldn't ever go back there no matter what. I'd be like,
shit on that guy.
Yeah. It's like, you're an ass, man. That's why everybody in the world's like hating you bad, because everything you're doing is crap.
Oh, maybe I didn't save it. Shit.
Weekend at Brian Tucker said weekend at Mitch O'Connell's.
No shit, man. And his wife goes to China.
Well, you know who Mitch is, getting paid by, so it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, she was a spy, man. Everybody knows that. Everybody fucking knows that. They just pretend like nobody knows anything. That's what pisses you off. They just go on like, no, we're not doing any of that. What are you talking about? Fucking assholes. This is this creep.
To me, I think it's over. I don't want to deal with them anymore. They're scum. You know what scum is? They're scum. They're sick people. They're led by sick people. And they're vicious, violent people. And if they had a nuclear weapon, they'd use it. As far as I'm concerned, it's over. I'll speak to our negotiators. They want to negotiate. They're good people. Steve Woodcock, Jared Kushner. They have to come back to me. As far as I'm concerned, it's just a waste of time dealing with them. They're liars. We make a deal. And if I make a deal with him, we have a deal. And he goes out, he talks. We make a deal. Everyone's agreed. No nuclear weapon. We make a deal. They go outside, talk to the press. They say, we never even talked about it. There's something wrong with them. They're cuckoo. As far as I'm concerned, it's over.
That dude just described his own administration in the whole thing.
Basically, the history of the United States over the last 80 years. That's what he just explained. We've killed more people. We imprison and kill more people every year by 40, 50 times the rest of the world times 10. That's how many people that we kill or fucking imprison in this country for menial shit, for the stupidest shit ever, just trying to defend yourself. And first off, Iran didn't break that deal. Israel never even stopped. So even though the deal was signed, they just kept on rolling through friggin' Lebanon. I watch videos on BitChute and these other platforms because YouTube won't show any of it because they're pussies.
Right.
Of troops not going anywhere. They're still in Lebanon. They're not going to move anywhere. They're just going to stay there. So they broke it, which is why you're going to get a retaliation. Naturally, if you're fucking killing people, well, then obviously they're not going to sit there and just let you do it because you've got some agreement with this dickhead. And the other side isn't going to do what you just agreed to. So fuck them. Let them fucking hell with them. That's what I say. I wouldn't sit there and let them do it either. So what do you expect people to do? Somebody walk up to you and punch you in the face, and you walk over and say, "Hey, let's get an understanding." All right, hey, don't punch him in the face, and then he immediately punches you in the face, and then you tell me to stop. I haven't done anything. That's literally what this is.
Yep. That's exactly what it is. It's well put. Well put. Here's Brian says these fucking cops are addicted to something, man.
ID. They love the ID.
Cops like this are highly addicted to something. See if you can guess their drug of choice.
You have some identification, please. I'm asking if you have some identification.
Why would I need to produce that?
Because you're filming people's license plates and you're going into their face. I'm asking you to tell me who you are.
And I am respectfully declining.
You have one more chance to produce it, or I shall arrest you for causing mischief, okay? You are right now you're under arrest.
Let me see your ID, sir. Let me see your ID. Let me show. Let me see your ID, sir. It's my First Amendment right. You swore oath to the Constitution, and I'm executing my First Amendment right. You can't demand my ID for filming and video recording.
Do you have your ID on you? I just want to check your ID. Do you have your ID? Do you have your ID on you? Do you have your ID?
What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
That's nice.
Huh?
That's nice.
What is your name and badge number?
If you don't want to give me your ID, I don't need.
I'm not a public official. I don't have to.
What the fuck? They're so like kids. They're like fucking kids.
Those are the people that you like in the scenario with me. Those are the people where I would pull into a room, I'd make sure it was everybody was watching, and I'd pull that video up and show them the video and say, give me your shit, and you're going home for 3 days and you ain't getting paid, okay? And then when you come back, you're not going to have a, what do you call it? And then I'm going to point to everybody else and say, see that? That's the example that's going to happen to you. This happens 3 times, you're out the door, and you're going to get decertified. And watch how fast you could then say, okay, now I'm going to everybody's going to get a retraining. We're going to make sure that we do this the right way. We've got to make sure that we follow RAS. We're going to make sure that we do everything by the law. That's how it should be done. The problem is these guys just get pushed along. Like people beat people to fucking near death, and then and then it goes all over the TV. Everybody gets an upgrade, and then they get a fucking they get upped. You know, next thing you know, you see them, they got 4 stripes on them or they're assaulted. Yeah. What the fuck is wrong? How could you boost somebody up who just broke the law right in front of you on camera for everyone to see, and this guy gets a raise? It's like, get the fuck out of here. Out the door.
They promote him out of the way.
Yeah.
See, and that's why you end up with shitheads at the top. They're dumber than a fuck, you know, and that's how they got there. Was it's people said, man, I don't want to work with this fucking guy anymore. Do something with him. Okay, we'll put him up in the office, somewhere.
And see, the problem is I know I keep hearing people say, "Oh, it's not all of them." No, but the people, the good ones that are standing there watching this shit ain't doing nothing about it.
That's right.
So they're not stepping in, and they're not telling a supervisor, "Hey, this guy's a fucking retard. Can you get him the fuck off away? Get him out of here." You know. There isn't that person who's going to step up to say something, because the minute you do, it's like a club. You're going against the club. You know what I mean? They'll just boot you out and make shit up and boot you out for doing the right thing.
Right. That's the problem. There's the big problem right there. That they are like a gang. They're like a club. They got this brotherhood bullshit going on. It's like, look, you're fucking glorified goddamn revenue collectors, okay? You're not doing all this fucking Action Jackson bullshit all the time. Get the fuck out of here with that. You know, we saw how you acted at Uvalde, okay? You guys are not heroes.
No.
That's why you have 5 or 6 goddamn cars around somebody that's pulled over for speeding. You know, meanwhile, while all the cops are dealing with a expired fucking sticker or some bullshit like that, you know, there's an old woman getting raped and beaten across town, you know. Oh, that's dangerous. You can't go to that. God damn them, man.
You know, if somebody ordered them to run you over with a steamroller for them to keep that paycheck coming, they would do it. Those are the type of people that would literally say, okay, yeah, whatever, because they're order followers. They're not critical thinkers. They're not people who can sit there and critically think. They're just order followers. Someone gives them an order and they say, yes, sir, and that's it.
Well, that's what the whole Milgram experiment was about, man. It wasn't to show how that could be done. It was, but it was so they could hone their tactics down to get the right people in those positions.
Yeah.
That's all that was. They know the personality type.
Yeah, but when it comes to them trying to cover their ass, or when it comes to them trying to cover the bad shit they did, they're critical thinkers all day. When it comes to saving their own ass,
oh yeah.
They'll come up with the more bullshit than you've ever seen. Lie on reports, have other people lie for them, all kinds of shit. I watch it every day of the week, 7 days a week for like 12 years now.
I watch a lot of those videos
every day. I see it every day.
Speaking of which, if you keep up with DirectD,
a little bit.
Have you seen that latest shit that he's into?
No.
He met some chick on Facebook, and she came out there with a fifth wheel and was parked on his property living, and it turned out to be a complete fucking nightmare. She tried to get him swatted and all kinds of shit, man. It's unreal.
Oh
He's been
yeah,
getting-
okay. Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, it's funny as shit, you know. And I'm like, you dumb fucker, what are you doing picking up chicks off of
Yeah,
Facebook?
I know.
The fuck, man. You know, if they got to resort to going online to find people that don't know about them to date, then that's probably a red flag. You know what I'm saying?
Psychos.
Come on.
Gotta be careful
Why
with
is it you have to go out into the metaverse? Is because everybody in your real universe knows what a shit you are. You've already tapped that entire fucking pool. So
Yeah. I had a friend that he had this thing for Spanish chicks, and he would always, like the South American girls. He just had this thing with them. They, he was a retard. He didn't understand that. The only reason they were going out with him is so they could get the free ride, And yeah, she ended up pumping a kid out with him, and they gave her some kind of, what do you call it, so she didn't have to leave the country. And then she tried she was a psycho too. And she ended up putting him over the barrel, and I don't know what happened to him. I think at one point, he tried to kill himself or something because of all the problems with it. It's like, stay the fuck away. Just why? What does the matter with the people here? He just got the thing with them fucking Spanish girls, man. He just had a thing with it. He's the dorkiest looking kid ever. And I used to sit there and say, oh, here we go again. Whatever I got a new girlfriend. And I'm like, here we go again. There'll be another one.
So what's going on, Powdered Prophet? What's happening in your world?
Oh yeah, what up with y'all? Just swinging by to say hi. You've got quite the welcoming committee down there, so around.
Down there? What do you mean?
Oh, whoever Godzilla is or whoever that is, doesn't like me.
Oh no,
I know.
Well,
I'll be okay.
You'll be all right. You look like all right. You got dark. You got dark. You darkened up, man.
I just dyed my beard and hair for the first. Well, Katie did it, so thank you for noticing.
Yeah, I was like, who's this? Is this a Lebanese dude or something, man? Who is this guy?
I've also gotten the lighting down in here, but
What'd you do? A little Grecian formula?
I don't know what she did. She's just like, sit down, we're dyeing your hair. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I got the white thing going on.
She starts wanting to paint your fingernails run.
I was a single dad for several years of a young daughter. I've had my fingernails painted. I've painted fingernails. I can braid hair. And I know every character in My Little Pony.
Oh, no. Dude. How do you recover from that?
The same way that Gord recovers from not liking me, I guess. We just move on with things. Life carries on. Yeah.
Yeah, right on. So I guess
got some cop stuff going on.
Oh, we've been going over all kinds of crazy shit. I was saw there today that Trump didn't want to take his brand new Qatari airplane home from Turkey. He rode the regular Air Force One. That fucking dude is afraid as shit. He's fucked up against Israel. Iran is called for his assassination. There's a lot of people trying to kill this motherfucker.
Yeah, well, we're watching the whole world try to sort out what the post-petrodollar globe is going to be like. So it's volatile shit out there. It's interesting.
It's going to go to the digital garbage.
I think it's interesting they're getting all this flock shit in place about the same time as they're going to try to this universal, digital money that's going to be based on a credit score as well, too. Remember that TV show, Person of Interest? You ever seen that? Had Jim Caviezel in it. It's about 10 or 15 years old. It might be older than that. But what it is, this guy that invented this AI, he's like, this AI is tied into every fucking camera in the world.
The flock shit is getting a lot of pushback, though.
Oh man, yeah, it is.
I saw yesterday. I saw a Facebook post from some police department, like that had a picture of a flock camera that was knocked down, and they're like, "Look, we're just using these for serious crimes. Please don't destroy the flock cameras. If you do,
Yeah.
you're guilty of vandalism and shit. But
well, originally a license plate program was to register your vehicle in case it got stolen. You see, that's what that was all about. It's just for your safety. You see, you only need it for crimes.
Yeah.
Now they use it for every fucking thing, right?
Yeah. Just
Social
like income
Security
tax
number,
is
that's
only
only
for the
for your,
rich.
that's only for your Social Security benefits. Now they use it for everything. Hell, for a long time, Virginia was using it for your fucking driver's license number.
Yeah.
It's,
And you know who paid for all those cameras? Taxpayers.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other thing too was oh shit, I just had it top of my head, but I just kind of lost track where I was going on that. Oh,
Well, right now,
OnStar.
Yeah.
I remember telling people when OnStar popped out, I said, "Here we go,
yeah,
here we go." Oh, you're with paranoid.
I had the same initial reaction, but bro, we all carry these things around.
Oh, yeah,
It's kind
yeah.
of a moot point, I think.
I
I do
we
think
need to
that.
stop.
Yeah, I mean, I've every now and then I feel that little ping of guilt, like I should get a flip phone, but then I realize that like I'm too tied in. I'm part of the system.
Yeah.
That's it. You need a candy bar phone, something as minimal as possible.
I actually, at one point, I did buy. There's a guy who's got a YouTube channel, and he sells de-Googled phones. He wipes all of the installed programming off and puts on open source shit that's not tied to you at all. I just didn't use it. I had 2 phones going, and I just didn't use it because it wasn't tied into all my shit. It wasn't my YouTube. It wasn't my Facebook.
That's how they usually get you in first. Oh, look how convenient this is. Look how easy this is. You can hook these all together. I was watching it, one of them Terminator flicks the other night, and it was where they were having the countdown until Genesis goes online. And of course, Genesis was Skynet. And they had these billboards all over the place with the countdown and everybody excited. It's going to be so great because all of your stuff is in one spot and all this is going to be so convenient. Everything's going to be tied together, you know. And then what happens next? I ought to be back. No, don't help the fucking robots any more than you have to, you know. That's why I don't even use the goddamn self checkout. I'm like, fuck all that, man.
It's a little bit of a liability. Like if they fuck up their monitoring system or something, you might get a knock at the door.
Dude, that's already happening. That's already happening. This woman, they went and the guy says, I've got you 100% because of these flock cameras and everything.
I saw that video.
As a porch pirate, you know. They ain't the only ones, man. They had some AI said that they had the right person, that this woman was and the woman that they got was like 43 and they were looking for somebody who was 23, totally different fucking hair color, you know, everything else, but they still took her like months to get the fuck out of jail because they don't want to look at nothing. They don't care about if it's real or if it's right or not. They're just in the business of locking people up and going through this goddamn little revolving door bullshit in the system. Keeps their little fucking greasing their gears, man.
And cop compensation is like it's the perfect price point to where it's a middle class income. Nobody's taking that job for the money.
No. Well,
You're
I don't
taking
know,
it for the
man.
power.
Some of those municipalities pay some big fucking money. You know,
if
really.
you're in management or if you're like a chief or something, but
No,
if you're just
man,
a
I've seen like some of these fucking Beverly Hills cops. They're making like $275,000 a year and shit.
Shut the fuck up.
No, for real.
Well, time for me to change jobs.
Yeah, right. But see, that's just it. I don't care. The money, there it is. The money. See, it's about the money. And the reality of it is this: is how can a person just switch off their fucking morals for a paycheck?
They're prostitutes.
Absolutely. They have no morals. They have no values.
I agree.
That's not something you can just turn on and turn off, you know?
I'm just doing my job. Yep.
Yeah. So what?
So was I when you rated me. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Right. Engaging in an act of commerce and didn't cut you in. That was your biggest problem that they had. Didn't cut them in.
We got to stop locking up all of our young entrepreneurs.
Exactly. Speaking of which, I guess they asked him why he wasn't going to fly on that plane We all know why he ain't gonna fly in that plane. That motherfucker's scared to death, right? He's scared to death. Here's this thing came from Qatar, and they've done a bunch of renovations to it, but like the Israeli pagers,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust it either. I'd like to just pop a fucking paper bag behind his back and watch him shit himself. Just take a paper bag, blow it up, and go pop behind him like that, and watch him shit himself. He's probably keyed up tighter than a fucking violin string right now.
I'm just curious what he's going to do. Like this president has done more market manipulation than anybody I've ever seen. And I just now have enough money that I got a little bit of a stock account, and every day it's like war with Iran, no war with Iran, war with Iran, no war with Iran, tariffs, they're gone. It's just like, fuck, bro. Stop it. Go buy Adele.
Yeah, I know. And 20 years ago, they would have locked his ass up for that shit. You ain't allowed to be doing that.
Drink Coke, right? It's crazy.
Alessandro Mountain Dew Camacho, right? The president in Idiocracy. Everybody was like doing that. And one guy, every time he says something, he goes, brought to you by Carl's Jr. And he says, why do you keep saying that? He goes, because they pay me every time I do it. I thought you were smartest guy in the world. Idiot. And I was like, what? But everybody had like brand names in their fucking name and shit, so they get paid.
I think that Elon Musk like blazed the way for him to do these sort of market manipulation things, because every time Musk would mention a crypto, it would shoot. So people got kind of acclimated to the crypto market moving around, but crypto's not regulated by the SEC. Stocks are. He should not be doing that shit, but whatever.
No. And
I'm interested to see how he'll handle it, because like I personally believe that Trump's ego is tied into stock market performance, and when we go to war with Iran, market drops, and then he's got to scramble to pull it back up, which is why he said that we had peace the day before the IPO of SpaceX, when we apparently didn't.
There was, I was getting text messages. I don't do stocks. And I was getting text messages about the IPOs and shit for SpaceX and all this. I'm like, why are you sending me this? What the fuck? Who's sending me this?
In my opinion, not financial, it is the biggest liquidity grab by institutions of retail investors. They're sucking up a lot of money out of people like us.
I think they're trying to get as much as they can before it all goes.
I think so
that's
too.
What's going on.
I think the AI bubble is about to pop.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you can't get anything. You can't trust a fucking thing that comes out of the media, out of this administration, out of any of it. They're just playing fast and loose however they want to. They're just doing whatever the fuck they want to. And this guy's sitting there actually talking about one day where he was wanting to give his two sons and himself the Congressional Medal of Honor.
You gotta admire his brazenness. Like
Congressional Medal of Honor for what?
Like, bro, you are such a douche that it's at this point I'm not even mad anymore.
All right. I find it comical. I do. I find it comical. It was so funny. Last night we showed it. The Belgian soccer team was playing YMCA in their locker room and shit, and they were doing the hokey strokey that he always does, that little fucking dance, making fun of his ass and shit. I mean, this is where we're at. The United States is like the laughing stock of the world right now. It really is. And it makes you wonder, how long have we really been the laughing stock of the world? And we just didn't know it, Yeah.
I don't worry about that shit. Other people, their opinions are their problem.
Well, I mean, I just look at it, like I've said, a lot of things. I like to look at it from a xenoscopic standpoint. In other words, I'm not from any of these fucking places. Okay. And I'm just looking at the whole situation.
You're up here sitting on top of the firmament. I see that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this whole thing, and I'm like,
God's gonna want his seat back when he's done with
all the kids are laughing and pointing at this fucking kid. What's going on, man? That's not cool. And he's just doing more and more stupid shit to get him to laugh more. I mean, it's bad enough that we're in such bad economic decline and everything without this character exacerbating it, but maybe that's his role. is to exacerbate this and take it all the way to its finality. You know,
He's exacerbating it long term, but in the short term, he's juicing it, right? He's juicing it.
You think he's going to live through his term?
You know, I hadn't really thought about it. Yeah, I do, kind of. I don't know why. Just because in my lifetime, presidents always live through their terms, probably.
Well, I'm seeing a really fast decline of this guy, just even in the last 3 months.
I agree.
Now, I said he'd die by the end of May. I figured he'd be dead by the end of May. I did.
Thought Biden was going to die in office.
Yeah, I think I had money on that.
He might have died in office.
Look at there. There's no despair bear. We made it.
Obviously, the guy we saw, what's his name, wasn't the real Joe Biden anyway.
No,
that's obvious. He was not the real guy. I mean,
no, because I can remember when Joe Biden. I was reading this book. Fuck, it was back in the 90s, and talking about it was called Unlimited Access. And it was written by a guy who was an FBI agent that worked at the White House. Him and another FBI agent, their whole job, it was the acronym was SPIN, and their job was to do verifications and background checks on staffers and employees and shit. And they got stonewalled so badly. And this was by the Clinton administration. They got stonewalled so badly on these background checks and shit that 2 years into Clinton's administration, and there was still fucking people all over the place walking around with temporary goddamn staff badge.
Yeah. Well, Clinton was a gangster. Like,
yeah.
Drug
they all are. They all are.
They all are, yeah.
Yeah, but Clinton's like a different kind of gangster. Clinton's like a gangster rap sort of gangster.
He's Dixie Mafia.
Yeah.
He's Dixie Mafia, more Dixie Mafia influence. His dad was actually Nelson Rockefeller.
And he's a cokehead.
Oh, yeah. So is his brother Roger's even worse, man.
Yeah,
I worked with this woman up here on the mountain. She was the bartender up there, and she was from Arkansas, right there in Hot Springs, which is right next to Hope. That's where he's really from, though, is Hot Springs. And that's like the Dixie Mafia Mecca, is Hot Springs, Arkansas. And she said she'd been to parties where both Bill and Roger were at. And she said Roger was a fucking coke hoover, man. That motherfucker was like a vacuum cleaner constantly. If there was coke around, he knew it, and he'd be in it. He'd be into it, you know. But she said Bill Clinton actually snorted cocaine off of her titties one time. So,
and I can't be mad at him for that at all. He should have legalized it for the rest of us, but that's my only criticism. Like, what's the point of being the most powerful person on earth that we can prove demonstrably if you're not going to snort coke off of titties?
Boats and hoes, man. Boats and hoes, right?
I'm glad that he didn't squander that shit.
Look at him now, though. The motherfucker looks like he's dead walking around. You've seen
he does look
pictures
rough.
of him. He's in bad shape, boy. He's in bad shape. But yeah, they're all like now this guy right here, this Trump, he's a typical bombastic fucking New York mobster. He really is.
Yeah,
going through renovation and construction and shit. That's exactly what he's doing. Like with this reflecting pond and all that other fucking bullshit. He's grifting off that hard, man.
Yep.
Padding the costs and all kinds of shit, you know?
My lawyer, my divorce lawyer back, 10 years ago or so, he was kind of involved in local politics some, and he'd met Clinton a few times. And something interesting that he said about him is he said that man has a perfect memory. A perfect memory. The second time he met him, there was like 2 years between. Bill remembered who he was, his name, everything about him. That dude, he's the president. He meets tons of people constantly. That's pretty crazy. That MK Ultra memory.
Yeah. I think that's how he run across. I think him and Hillary were paired together. Kind of like
Erica
how
and
a
Charlie?
prince, like how a prince and a princess will be
Yeah.
arranged, you know.
Yeah.
Because Hillary's family comes from the Chicago Mafia.
They were lawyers, right? All of them.
Yeah.
Weren't they?
Lawyers, yeah. Like Michael Corleone was a lawyer, right? It's yeah, I think her brother Hugh, I think they used his body for a stand-in. Oh, what is this picture back here? Is this that place that's collapsing? Yeah. Ouch. Must have tried to compensate for the curvature of the earth when they were building that. This is why plumb and level are very, very important. And also, load-bearing calculations.
That looks like they had wet. Their concrete was too wet.
How's the pipes not bending then?
Those are supports. They put those.
all
they
that's
put them
support?
in.
Yeah.
Those are jacks.
Oh,
That
okay.
thing's come down a good foot and a half at least.
Oh yeah. Look at the one on the right. All they did was weld in a freaking piece and just weld it. Like that thing is almost ready to snap in half.
Yeah, they put a
The one on the
gusset.
right.
Put
Yeah.
a gusset on the side of it. That'll
All they
fix
did
it.
was to try to box it in. That's all they tried to do. It's like wow.
And what are they going to do with that now?
No, no.
They
How
can't,
tall
you
is that
can't
building?
fix it.
The integrity of the building is gone.
Yeah.
I saw one guy talking about the only solution to that is a controlled demolition.
Yeah.
Now it's interesting that it used to be the Pfizer headquarters building.
Huh. I didn't know that. Pfizer's getting some of their upcomings, huh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Or are they
Did you see
is it a cover-up?
that somebody got sentenced to like 7 years in prison for having basically a pill mill online, sending out what's like 39 million Adderall?
Oh my god!
Oh,
Yeah.
please.
I mean, it's not relatively. It's not much of a sentence, but at least it is.
They made tons of money in the
Tons of money, right.
Percocet era when Percocets were the big thing, and they were handing them out like candy, and they got busted. A bunch of doctors in New York and Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, all New England, got busted pill milling those things out. Percocets were everywhere in the 90s, man, everywhere in New England.
I was younger in the 80s, man. It was all Valium and crap like that. They were handing that crap out like candy.
Benzos are the devil.
We need to bring back the lewds.
Oh god!
Here's Tom.
Oh no!
When the
it said Viagra would straighten those beams out for him. Now it's interesting. Viagra was originally developed as a heart medication.
Yeah, well, you know what the other use they use. You know what the other use they use Viagra for? If you go up to very high elevation, you take Viagra. It gets your heart going a little more, so it keeps your circulation going. Opens things up.
Keep the blood
Look
flowing.
here.
Yeah.
I miss brickweed. I don't.
I don't. No, I don't at all, man. Not the Mexican brickweed was
The mystery
shit.
weed. You didn't know what it was.
Jesus Christ! You'd always with us. Always with it. You'd always miss a seed somewhere. The fucking thing would pop.
Shoot out across the room.
I don't really like weed, so if I was gonna smoke weed, I'd probably prefer the brickweed because it was just did less.
I've
Well,
been
you never know what you
smoking
got.
weed. I've been
Like,
smoking pot for 49 years.
I've done dabs twice, and
That's
forget
it?
it. That's hard. Dabs
Yeah,
are hard
hardcore.
drugs. I don't care what anybody says. That shit will fuck you
It
up.
doesn't take as much, man. You just gotta get 2 good tokes, and you just sit there for a couple of hours. You don't need to do anything, man. Just relax.
I went into a coma, and then I fell asleep.
That's why I stopped. That's basically why I stopped smoking. And it's been quite a while now, about 6-7 years. And
Oh, 6-7, huh?
yeah, but it's been about 6-7 years I haven't touched it. But
Congratulations.
I mean, I just smoked some green with one of the guys from work, and friggin' he put these little crumbles in it, like these little things that look like little.
That's the angel dust.
No, it was
That's
just
wax.
it's just pure THC. It's like wax crumbles. And he didn't tell me that. So, I took 2 bucks and I was like, all right, man, yeah, I'll see you next week. And, took off. And by the time I got home, the only thing I could do was walk in the house and lay in bed. That's it. That's all I could do. Couldn't do anything else because it just wasn't fun. It made me feel really uncomfortable real quick. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
man,
it's
too
too
strong.
yeah, it's and the thing is that there's stuff when you just smoke flower, there's other stuff in there besides just the THC that are working together, the different cannabinoids and whatnot. And if you're just a cup of coffee will get you good and woke up. You take and concentrate the fucking caffeine and ditch the coffee. Now you're talking about a whole nother fucking ball game, right?
Yeah.
So I've used concentrates. I do from time to time, but mostly, I just like to smoke a bud. This bong stays fucking dirty. I can't keep it clean.
I just can't do it anymore. It makes me uncomfortable, and I don't know what. That wasn't the case a long time ago, but it is now. So, adapt, adjust.
Yep.
Time to graduate to adult drugs.
No, I don't do any drugs at all. I don't do anything.
And speaking of that, we just talked about Karen B and your conversation you guys had last night.
Who's that?
On my show. Me and Andrew.
Who had a conversation with Karen B?
We didn't have. We were talking about you and your conversation you had with Karen B on tinfoil hat. That conversation.
Oh, that time when she called me a chong motherfucker or whatever.
Yep.
Hey, I watched that. I was clicking through your videos once, and I was like, let me go back to the old ones. Let me see how far back. And I went back and watched that. I was like, oh wow, tinfoil. So I threw it on, and I was like, oh, this is getting ugly. Go well.
Well, who ended up being right, Solve, about y'all's argument that night?
Me?
I know.
I was like, why are these motherfuckers, supposed critical thinkers, taken up for these known fucking grifters? What the fuck is going on here? And and I was already had suspect about the club, I was like, okay, I see how that shit is. I see what's going on there. It's like I'm looking at it completely objectively. Whether I even knew these guys or didn't know them or have interacted with them or not interacted, I don't give a fuck. I'm looking at the information. And something smelled like shit, throughout the whole thing. The whole thing smelled like shit.
Hey, Sob, it still smells like shit. It really does.
Of course. Here they are still trying. Every once in a while, I'll see somebody bring that shit up on Facebook or something, Oh, these YouTubers did this, that, and the other. And I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that we've had bases in Antarctica for over 100 years? NASA has a station in Antarctica. Nobody has shown one single fucking credible bit of evidence that there's a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, not even NASA. But lo and behold, some fucking weird Jew-looking goddamn preacher and some other fucking melon heads go down there from YouTube and they solve the whole fucking mess. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man.
A lot of people don't remember, too, is that before they actually went a year or two, about 2 years before they went, Jaron was hitting those guys up at that station down there and telling them, I will mail you a hard drive. Just hook it up and let the feed go the whole time and just take the hard drive and just put it back in the box with a return and just send it back. It's all you got to do. And they refused to do it. They refused to do it. They would only cut it off. And when they asked him, why are you cutting the feed off? They say, well, to preserve, because they only have so much time for the net. And plus it takes more bandwidth for them to sit there and have the camera going on when all you see is black. He said, well, take the camera and point it towards something that isn't black. I just want to see. And then they stopped responding to him altogether. No emails, no respond backs, no nothing. He said, just take this hard drive and plug it in and just record it and leave it on. And then when you get up in the morning, unplug it, put it back in the box and send it back to me. It's going to cost you anything. It's going to do anything. They wouldn't do it.
D-Man, didn't he go on a rant on a show after that? After he said that, well, he didn't proposition him, but he asked him to do it. And he went on live stream and complained about how they wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I was
What
there.
I'd like to
watching.
know is how did they get them to go along with it?
Money.
You think it was money, or do you think? I think there were threats. I think there were threats involved.
With Austin, probably. Yeah. Jaren's an opportunist. He just really is. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think both.
Yeah. Well, either way, that was a stupid fucking thing, and it's like they thought they cut a big old hog in the ass, and all they did was shoot themselves in the leg. And the more they protested, they shot themselves in the leg worse.
Yeah.
It just got worse and worse. Finally, that shit got picked apart so fucking hard it wasn't even funny, man. And everybody was just like, "Get the hell out of here!"
Soon
with
as,
that shit.
soon as I heard,
Whitsitt still ain't recovered from it.
No, he still ain't streaming.
Yeah. And as soon as I heard that one of the guys they brought down there was a guy who was in the game graphics, who's a Unreal Engine guy, I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
So I knew that this was going to be the VR or augmented reality. I said a VR back in that day, but I knew that it was going to be some kind of crap. And they were even asking people, take a picture of the sun where you are and send the pictures in. So I knew that they were going to try to string something together and try to string some, I knew it was coming.
Flatiron Fred said they did. He looked at McKeegan's footage, and it's like there's holes in the original.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of lines and cuts. But I mean, I have worked with 3D cameras, and some of those crappy 3D cameras do have cut lines in certain points when you move the screen around. You will see some artifact and stuff. So I mean, it doesn't surprise me. But why would you need a guy who does computer graphics on that trip if you're not using the graphics to manipulate what you're seeing or create some kind of virtual environment, which is what they did.
Yeah,
and they got caught.
With McKeegan's footage, it's actually camera footage. So all they did is just spliced in some sun footage where it missed it,
Yeah.
where it went down, you might say. But with those other 3D cameras, I'm pretty sure they use that VR crap, or the augmented reality. Whatever engine you want to go with, you can make anything nowadays. Damn.
My big thing was that they were supposed to make a phone call from there, and they were supposed to make a phone call. And I had said to a friend of mine, watch, they're not going to make the phone call. And he said, why? I said, because if they do, it's going to give away where they are, because you'll easily be able to look at the phone call.
Because they weren't really live.
Or they weren't really there.
It wasn't really live. They ran like how you do a premiere.
Yeah.
Okay. I can run a recording live.
Yeah.
Okay. And, if I know the usual cast of characters that shows up in the chat, I can just, shout out a couple that I know is going to be there, or that are, that kind of thing. And even interact with the chat if I needed to while the recording is actually playing. So, yeah, that's why he didn't call, because he wasn't really live.
Hey, Sav, you remember that morning when we went on Flashes and I sent him the 3 super chats, never got a response out of Austin at all?
Yep.
Yeah. I think
they weren't
that
live, dude.
I think that they weren't going to make the call, because then it would have been easily trackable by where the phone is connecting from connection to connection to connection.
Well, and also they couldn't have anything real time happening with the outside world on a recording. How would you swing that?
Exactly.
How would you even swing that? See,
we're still waiting for the video, Candace.
Yeah. Well, they were talking to
yeah. We're still waiting.
They're not. Well, if I get down there, I'll make one for y'all. I don't think it's going to happen. No. Not at this rate. 10 years later.
Look at Lord Race's comment.
Lord Racer. They ran like Brian Staveley, coincidentally.
No, the bottom one. The one below that.
TFE. They faked everything, yeah.
Well, they have to, It's like Russell Simmons or Ron Simmons.
Staveley got out right before all that shit kind of got big and happened and went down. That was kind of weird.
Well, and here's just the common sense shit, right? So you can go to look at travel agencies based in South America and ask them, where's the best place to go to? Where can I go see the 24-hour sun? They don't say Antarctica. Never once.
No.
They always want to send you up to fucking Norway or some shit. See? And you'd figure in South America, well, hell, that would boost tourism down there, right? Their Chamber of Commerce would say, yeah, come down here and stay at this place and then go out and see the 24-hour sun. It's really phenomenal, blah, 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 blah. There's that. Then you got, like I said, NASA's got a base down there, right? What the fuck? Why haven't they ever bothered to do it? Nope, they never did it. 100 years people have been down there from all different countries and shit and different bases. Nobody's given a credible fucking 24-hour sun footage, not single one time. But Jaron and Whitsitt go down there with fucking
some
fetal alcohol syndrome tune and who's that other bizarre fucking character, McKeegan. You know, and they're the first ones to ever do it here. Quarter of the way into the 21st century, and that's how long it took for somebody to actually see a 24-hour sun. Get the fuck out of here. None of it even makes any goddamn sense at all.
Paid for by some guy who freaking swindles old people.
And then see these people going, well, here's how it's possible to have a 24-hour sun on a flat Earth. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, they're on it too. They're all like Josh Monday going out with Jaron now and doing a trip to, they're going to prove the shape of the Earth, a biblical cosmology boy, and Jaron are taking a trip to Iceland or in Punta Serena so they can film the stars. They're promoting TFB. You should see the promotion they got going on with Jaron with that one. It's on Duffy's channel. Go look at it.
Well, I see the fact that I'm unaware.
I'm not aware either. I'm not aware.
The fact that I am unaware of it tells me how bad that their promotion is failing.
Exactly.
You see, because I don't know about it. I don't go over here looking for him neither. You know,
you've been smoking weed for 110 years, old man.
No.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm like, I don't care. You know, I know what you're all about. I don't need to see your shit. You know. In fact, I thought Duffy said the shit was over. Right. It's all done. The debate's over. Okay, well, shut the fuck up about it.
Never.
Well, him and Weiss are going back and forth. Yeah. So.
Of course they are. It's views.
I think.
Who's going back and forth?
He said Dave Weiss and you're robot now all over the place, Roger.
He's cutting out. Yeah. Well, who did he say he saw?
Sorry. It's fine.
It's Flat Earth Dave and I guess Duffy.
Oh, they're going back and forth, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
but see that whole thing, that was the gatekeeping. That's just gatekeeping bullshit that they got going on with that, man. Not even interested. Not even interested in them. You know, bottom line is this, man. Fluid dynamics fucking destroy any concept of a globe Earth. You don't have a working model. Sorry. In order to work, it has to be possible. And you have impossibilities. Mass attracts mass. Why? Why would that occur? Why? What mechanism is involved there? What's going on? Where's the energy coming from? Shut up. There's no such thing. Just stop. But then the biology formula. I get so sick of them. They post some stupid shit on Facebook, and I'll just say another desperate attempt by a government stooge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, don't even engage these fucking retards. That's the way I look at it.
Money.
Hey guys, listen, I'm gonna bounce and listen to you guys. I'm gonna broadcast. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on my speakerphone and just listen because.
All right.
All right, man. You guys are fucking killing it always. Okay, thank you.
Right on. Anyways, check this out. Stop the flock. Get the flock out of here.
Everybody can see where this is headed, and everybody knows that flock cameras are bad and a violation of our constitutional rights. Warrantless spying has got to stop. Scott Perry here co-sponsored an amendment with Jesus Garcia from Illinois. But sadly, the amendment was blocked in committee by the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee.
Of course.
The proposal would have blocked federal highway funding for states and municipalities that use the flock cameras for anything but tolling. They always seem to give a reason, don't they? But you know what? It's clear that they just don't want to get rid of surveillance on us. Because if it went all the way up to the Supreme Court, there's no way it would stand because it is a violation of our privacy. But then again, there's Amy Coney Barrett who would probably side with them because she's just a commie. Just entering my small town, I pass 5 of these. And in a lot of cases, they're doubling them up. So as you're driving, one is hitting you, from the front. And then as you're driving, you've already passed one that is aimed towards the other camera that you're oncoming, that's coming at you, right? So they get you from the front and they get you from the back. And they do that in multiple locations on my way home.
That's what she said.
On my way to work. It's really starting to feel like I'm living in a world where, call me crazy, but there was that video of that lady where the cop shows up and says, "This is you. We know exactly when you left your home, where you went, what you did." And they arrested her for a crime because of the flock cameras. She was innocent, but they said she was guilty. It makes me feel like all I need to do now is have an Axon body camera on my chest at all times. I need to have a dash cam at all times. I need to have a rear-facing camera at all times. And anywhere I go, I need to just have my phone recording with my Axon camera or a Insta360 stick camera so you can see everything around me, so I can prove without a shadow of a doubt 24/7, 365 where I was, what I was doing, and that I'm innocent.
Shit, they probably have it. They probably have it. They'd love it.
They'll just break it. They'll just break it.
No, they would love it. They just tap into that and fucking use that to surveil you. Now we know everything you're fucking doing.
Yep.
So we tie it into your fucking body camera.
I'm just going to walk around with one of those old VHS camcorders all the time. That way it's no connection to the internet.
When I deal with cops, what I do is I just put my shit on record every time. I don't tell them, I don't hold it in their face. I just set it down so that you can get the audio. Very useful.
Yeah. That's all you need to do is just hit record button.
But see,
they're arrogant. They'll say some dumb shit.
Yeah, if they just think it's just sitting there not recording, they'll say all kinds of shit.
But here's the whole thing is that even if that's the case, the guy even said when he was standing at the door, "Well, it doesn't matter. That's not my job." So now the punishment is really the process that they're putting you through, and you know that shit ain't going to take no 2 weeks to fix. They're going to have you hemmed up in court and lawyers and all kinds of shit for years to try to. And I mean, it's gotten to the point where they have literally said they busted people for this and that, and even proved that that's not true. But and they still try to get you to plead, even though they admitted you didn't do anything wrong. It's like these people are scumbags.
Well, it's like when they tried to hem me up on that weapons charge, right? They already knew they didn't have a fucking case. They already knew they didn't have a case. And they called me up the morning of court and said that they was willing to make a deal. If I pled guilty to this other thing, then they'd drop those charges. And I was like, fuck you. You got to drop those charges anyways. And I had the statute with me. I went in there. I tore their fucking ass apart with that. It was like, look, the whole thing was fraudulent from the beginning. The whole thing was fraudulent. And right up to even being in court when they tried to bring that up, I says,
you pronounce that word weird.
What's that?
Fraudulent.
Fraudulent?
Yeah. Why do you do that? You're doing it wrong.
Why am I doing it wrong? There's no G
fraudulent.
In it. Fraudulent. There's no G or a J in there. There's no J or G.
You're Stewie Griffining me right now.
No, for real. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. Man.
What are you talking about? It is Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. Cool Whip. No, for real though. That's it's fraudulent. If you even sound it out.
I'm not going to argue with you because I'll lose, even though you're definitely wrong.
No. What? Let's see.
I bet if you look it up, it's got a pronunciation.
Fraud.
Probably derived from some German shit or something. You got to get that G in there.
Fraudulent. Fraudulent.
Hang on a second.
Fraud is fraudulent. It just sounds like a G.
Yeah. Fraudulent.
Fraudulent.
Yeah, see, they do make it with a J sound, and I don't know where they would get that from. There's no J in there. Fraudulent.
I win again.
Fraudulent.
Yeah, but see, that's exactly how they do it. Like, you listen to somebody from New York and they talk about a toilet, they call it a turlet. Right?
Do they?
Yeah.
Do they really?
Or in Boston, they say "ka."
The only thing I've noticed about people from New York is they always got to let you know they're from New York within like the first 5 minutes of talking to them for some fucking reason.
I've had people walk up to me in other states who lived in who were born in my state, walk up to me and say, "Where are you from?" And it literally, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Boston." He's like, "Oh my God, I haven't heard anybody with that accent in years." I was in like Alabama, Florida, like so out of place. I'm like in some hick town in the middle of nowhere. The one person.
You gonna eat them pig feet, son?
Yeah.
What was I watching here with these people? You'd be surprised, man. Some of the people that I encounter throughout my day come from different dialects of hillbilly. And it's like, there's this one guy, Daniel, that I work with. He's old guy. And I have to sit there when he says something, I have to sit there and like run a translation program in my head to figure out what he said. It'll take me a second, I'm like, what the fuck was he talking about? Because he's just like, he's got this dialect of hillbilly that I'm not familiar with. Then there's other ones I don't have no problem with. I understand them perfect. But geez,
like me.
Yeah, you're not so bad. But this guy, he uses
I got a lot of South in my mouth. Okay.
He's all like uses words like yorn and shit like that. I'm like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Are you from the 1800s or what?
Yorn.
Sorry.
Ewans. They say Ewans too.
That's north. That's a north thing.
Is it?
Yeah, Ewans.
There's few accents are as bad as like a thick Baltimore accent though. Like that shit's just.
You get one from Michigan, don't you know? And it's a little bit like that. They pinch up.
They're just like they're like incognito Canadians at that point.
They are. They're pseudo Canadians. I've always said that Michiganians are pseudo Canadians.
Glad to see you still kicking, buddy.
God damn, that dog's drinking up some water, boy.
He's a thirsty motherfucker, ain't he?
You get enough there, buddy? He comes walking away, water's just running out of his face. Did you get enough water there, Fabio? Yeah.
Oh,
bless his heart. He's an old guy. He's a good dog.
Forget about it when you start going to West Virginia and stuff. There's all kinds of like mountain vernacular and stuff.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I went out there a lot in the 1990s, and boy, it was. The guy walked me around town and brought me to all his friends' houses and said, "Hey, go ahead, say something." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is going to be a long week."
Oh my God! And he get stuck on calling something, like a reciprocating saw, right? Commonly also called.
You mean a fucking sawzall? What's wrong with you?
A sawzall, yes, sawzall, right? He calls it a saw.
Saw?
Grab that saw.
Yeah, it's like what? The Mexican dance or the fucking Dorito chip stuff,
What do you call the fizzy sugary drinks?
Sasa. I'm like, okay.
Some people call them pops. Some people.
Well, now he's on one now where I had my Dremel there at work, and we was doing something, and he found that was pretty handy for something. He says, "Hey, go get that gremlin."
Gremlin.
Oh, I got one.
So I took a permanent marker and wrote gremlin on the tool. So that's what it is. The gremlin.
I got one. So I was in a store in the South, and I asked for a bag. I said, "Can you put that in a bag for me?" And the girl looked at me and said, "You mean a sack?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
"Shut up, bitch! Give me a
second." Took me a second, and I thought about it, and I was like, "Yeah, a sack." And I turned to my friend. I said, "Yeah, I'm just going to take a little wispy. Get
little Miss Lippy checkout chick.
You want me to put that in a poke for you?
Yeah, a poke.
In fact, now I want you to double bag it, you little rat.
Yeah, Southern Georgia does have some thick accents. I have to agree. It's similar to Baton Rouge.
You know what
I
I had in
remember-
Georgia? That green poke. The lady mixed it with eggs. She said, "Do you like spinach?" And I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Well, it tastes like spinach, but it ain't." And I was like, "Okay." And it was
What? Why
poke.
would you make something taste like spinach that ain't already spinach?
Oh.
Spinach tastes like dirty lettuce.
Never
You know
had
what
it.
I don't understand? Vegetarians, okay? They go and take vegetables and shit and try to make it look and taste like meat. And that's about as
Vegetarians,
ridiculous. Wouldn't it be totally stupid if you took a bunch of meat and tried to make it look and taste like a fucking carrot?
imagine having such a cushy life that you invent a problem to starve yourself. Vegetarians have the same mental disorder, like at its root, as trans people. Like your life is too comfortable. You need some sort of a cause, and
You need a challenge, right?
Yep.
I think some people have an ethical problem with eating.
Yeah, I
animals,
can
and I think
see
that's
that.
what it is.
Which also doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. That's the way the entire world is, right? Like, whether you believe in God or evolution, like this is the system we're in.
Right. Well, it goes right down to energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be transferred or transformed. And you take
There's
the energy
losses.
from something else living in order for you to live. That's just how it
Yes.
goes. Even how do you know? Maybe the plants are in pain when you're eating them. You know?
Screaming as you're cutting them.
Right.
I'm taking energy from these sushis, and I feel like the suffering that the fish went through make it even more delicious.
Sure. Don't cook
Sob-
it now.
Sob,
I
there's
hope these
also-
avocados suffered too.
Sob, there's also losses in the conversion also.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You do get that. That's what gets these fucking idiots. They want to go with the gravity. Always going on about the gravity. And I'm like, well, what is it? Well, it's because of the mass. And I said, yeah, okay, what about the mass? They said, well, the more mass something has, the more gravity it has. So wait a minute. You're telling me that just by volition of something's existence, it creates a force capable of moving other mass? Where does it get its energy from? Boom, crickets.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wait a second. Force requires energy. So where is mass obtaining the energy to create a force? Doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And it never succumbs to entropy. It never diminishes. It's just always there, huh? Well, I got as much evidence of a fucking magic wizard doing it as you do with that. So
let me ask you this: do we live in an electrical field?
I believe so.
And
Yeah,
when we
it's
touch-
evident.
when we-
It's evident.
when I-
If you've got 100, you got 100 volts potential energy every meter of elevation. Of course we are. Everything's held together with electricity. Everything's electric. That's why I think that the sun is not really a hot thing.
Boogie, woogie, woogie.
I think that the sun is actually working with the plate of the earth and doing some kind of like magnetic induction.
Like a heat lamp?
You know, dig what I'm saying? So the sun's not what's hot. It's heating the earth.
Oh
Dig
yeah,
where
I
I'm
get what you're
coming
saying.
from? So it's the reaction between the positive sun and the earth plate, kind of like an induction burner works. Whereas, you know, I turn that on, the pan is what gets hot. The fucking burner doesn't get hot, the pan gets hot, and it's because of the magnetic induction. And I think that that's kind of like how the sun actually works. It's definitely a positive charge, and I think it's reacting with the plate of the earth and actually heating the earth, and that's where the heat's actually coming from.
Creating a hot spot.
Right. And you feel heat on you because, well, you're part of the plate.
You're
You
standing
know,
on it.
you're being inducted as well. Also, it does energize you. So I don't know. That's just a theory I've got, because this whole thing about being a ball of fire. Also, you got this temperature gradient as you go up higher, right?
Yeah.
What's up with that? Why? If heat rises, right, you would figure that the closest to the sun would be the hottest, right? But it's not. It's coldest. So I don't know.
Yeah.
My thoughts on it anyway. Somebody will clip that and make some video, and I won't watch it. I forgot what this fucking thing is. Oh, it's about our. Oh, is Lowry still out there? I think I saw Lowry. Him
He's
and
out there
Nicole, they got a place on Ocracoke Island in North Carolina. It's in the Outer Banks, and they call it what? Some kind of Disco Cat.
Catnip Island, I think.
It's a Disco Cat Studios or some shit like that.
Yeah,
Anyways, I've been to Ocracoke Island. You have to take a ferry from the mainland to get out there, and that was where my wife and I encountered some of the most obnoxious and irritating Jews ever in the history of them. I'm not shitting you. It started on the fucking ferry ride. We're sitting in my truck. We're enjoying the ferry ride, and you can see nice and clear in front of us. Then all of a sudden, here they come with their little curls and their little hats and their little cloaks. And they're all got to stand out there in front of where I'm looking. And I said, oh boy. My wife goes, what's the matter? I said, these people are going to be fun. Well, I'll be goddamned if we didn't go into a gift store someplace on Ocracoke Island and shit. There they was. And they're bringing stuff back in, wanting to exchange it for something else and all this other. And I was like, there they go. They're trying to rip these fucking people off right off the bat, trying to talk them down on prices and everything. Just irritating as fuck. But that was my experience with Ocracoke Island. Outside of that, it was a nice place. Anyway, I think that's what these are about. Not Ocracoke Island, but, little small hat people.
Pedophilia was normalized. Underage girls managed to make a lucrative living in Berlin as prostitutes. Little girls were freely available and could be ordered by telephone and deliver like takeaway meals to clients.
Every intellectual was leftish. The whole political right wing, which basically came from Munich, did not play any role in the beginning. The whole town was in the hands of leftish ideas.
Dr. Manfred Reifer, a well-known leader of the Jews of Bukovina, said, whilst large sections of the German nation were struggling for the preservation of their race, we Jews filled the streets of Germany with our vociferations. We supplied the press with articles on the subjects of its Christmas and Easter, and administered to its religious beliefs in the manner we considered suitable. We ridiculed the highest ideals of the German nation and profaned the matters which it holds sacred. Jewish-owned publishing houses like Benjamin Harfst, Leon Hirsch, and Jacob Stahl and Company were distributing books that openly undermined Western traditional values. Jews also pushed an intensive campaign for free abortion, as Dr. Max Hodden, Dr. Lothar Wolff, Martha Rubin Wolff, Alphonse Goldschmidt wrote numerous articles encouraging abortion and birth control for the Germans to lower their birth rates even further. Leading the film and theater businesses were Jews such as Joseph von Sternberg, Bertolt Brecht, Erich Pommer, and a host of other Jews. Research into sexuality was led by Jewish sexologists Ivan Bloch and Magnus Hirschfeld. The transgender community encouraged primitive sex operations because men and women no longer felt comfortable in their natural roles. With prostitution, drugs, pedophilia, homosexuality, adultery, sadism, masochism, decadent art, and even bestiality rampant, Germany was an unsafe place for the traditional German family. The conservative Germans looked at Berlin with disdain, destroying what was left of the national spirit. Criminal gangs lived from prostitution, drug trafficking, illegal gambling, pornography, robbery, and burglary. The police were underpaid, corrupt, and felt totally powerless because of the constitutional limitations of police authority. Maurice Samuel was a Romanian-born Jewish and Zionist novelist, translator, and lecturer. In 1924, he stated explicitly in his own book, You Gentiles, that we Jews, we are the destroyers and will remain the destroyers forever. Nothing that you will do will meet our needs and demands. We will forever destroy because we want a world of our own.
A world of their own.
Oh.
Why? Why is it so important they have to have a state? Why is it so important that they have to be exclusive? What is the fucking deal with that?
I don't know, dude. I can't figure it the fuck out. Other than it's a spiritual battle, and they're like demonic motherfuckers and like hate other people that ain't, or like, I don't understand. It's like got to do with religion, but then it doesn't. And I don't know.
So that sure sounded like the United States now.
Yeah.
And I also found that book that he was just talking about. I put it in private chat in PDF.
Which book?
That book that guy in the video had mentioned, You Gentiles.
Oh, okay.
I found it. That's what it's called. I found it. It's in private chat on PDF.
I got it. I'm keeping it. 'Cause that's what I do.
I'll put it in chat. 1924.
We are the destroyers, he says. Is this the same thing that we just watched? Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Oh no, I didn't grab it.
But don't you think that everywhere they go, they do that? They introduce the usury system. They bring in the pornography. It seems like everywhere they've gone, the exact same problems have happened every single time.
Yeah, they got a system. They got a system they use.
Well, yeah, and it's heavily dependent on nepotism.
Yeah.
Heavily dependent on nepotism. And what they'll do is they start undermining the Gentiles in any place they start working. And then they'll be there with the replacement for when that person gets fired or whatever. And that replacement for that person will be another Jew. And then they'll work together. They'll do the same thing. That's how they do everywhere. They're like cancer.
Yep.
They can't just assimilate. They can't. They've got to be exclusive. They've got to have their own little fucking thing. And and passing them on to your neighbor is not the kindly thing to do, I don't think. You know what I'm saying?
No, what do you mean passing them on to your neighbor?
Well, Germany was trying to deport them all, as many as possible. Get them all, right? And what does that do? That just spreads cancer to the rest of the body, right? So it's kind of like, throughout history, these people have had to be locked in ghettos with curfews and shit. In London, and in Frankfurt, same thing. There was a ghetto across the river. It was under lock and key. And any Jew caught outside that ghetto after a certain, I'm talking about back in like the 1600s. Any of them caught outside those gates after a certain time, they was locked up. So, it was like, because they go out and they thieve but
they can't act right. They basically can't act right. Is the bottom line.
They can't. They can't. They're like the guy said, we are the destroyers. And that's what they want to do. And if you look at what's the most powerful mafia in the world today?
The Jewish mafia?
Jewish mafia, 100%. And even their religious people are involved in it. You've got the owner of Pornhub is a fucking rabbi.
OnlyFans.
He's also the biggest single donor to the IDF too. So, these people are genocidal. I'm sorry, they just are. They freely admit it. But if you point out that, hey, you've already admitted this. Oh, you're an anti-Semite. No, I'm not. Because I'm sticking up for true Semitic people. I don't know what your European fucking ass is talking about, Chosenite. You're not from there. Shut up. That's why you don't look like them. Right?
Well, wasn't Bolshevism created by
that sect? Right out of the fucking Talmud.
And they even said in the, I think it was early 60s, that in the manifesto, Communist Manifesto, that they would get through our schools and make all the art crap and bring in all the degradation and the porn and the sex and all that crap.
Yeah.
So
you look at the books that they're bringing into the schools now, right? They're so inflammatory that when parents at PTA meetings or school board meetings read excerpts from the books that are in the library of that school, they shut them down for inappropriate language.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the book that you have available for my kid, man.
Yeah.
You know, when they talk about the book burnings that were taking place, that was the fucking gay porn and transgender bullshit nonsense and a lot of psychology crap. You know, let's take a look at some of these people like Freud, right?
Do you know what makes me mad? Do you know what makes me mad? I just want to say this and pop off. So, is it a fucking religion or a fucking genetic thing? Is it a fucking religion or a genetic thing? Get off your fucking pot.
I know you can never get a straight answer out of them.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
Wow, that was random. Thank you for that. But no, you even look at these people that are like, even today, right, within recent times. Who was a sex therapist that had a TV show? Can you name her?
Oh, Dr. Ruth.
Dr. Ruth, what was her last name?
Westheimer. Westheimer. I was going to say Weisenheimer.
Yeah. All these people are of that same tribe, if you will.
Yeah, that's a tribe.
So, you know, who runs the prostitution? Who started up Vegas?
The mafia.
The Jewish mafia. 100%.
They were the money backers. And who was the guy that was the airplane guy? He got involved with it too. Hughes.
Lindbergh? Oh, Howard Hughes. Yeah.
Howard Hughes got into it too. Yeah. They think that he had connections with them also. I think TWA was the other thing that he had too that was doing some shady shit. He got rid of it real quick.
Well, everywhere you look and there's some kind of bullshit, there's always a small hat under it. You know, whatever rock you turn over, it's like, God damn, there's another fucking small hat. You know? And here now we're at a point where we live under Zog, the Zionist occupied government, at all levels. They've taken control of the judicial. They've taken control of the fucking House. They've taken control of the Senate. They have control over the executive branch. Yeah. They have control over every fucking thing. Who's running this flock bullshit? Oh, guess what? This small hat's involved with that motherfucking shit too.
All the payment sources that you use online, PayPal, all these other ones. Yep. All the social media sites. Yep. All run by.
Well, yeah, they want to keep you on camera and fucking get all your information and watch you and shit. That's what they're
going to take it and sell it, so they can make profit off of it, so they can create a bigger system.
Is there a country, guys, that's not run by Jews and not infiltrated by Jews? Is there a place?
China.
You think China's not got?
I don't think that they're controlled by Israel. No. There's been people right now that have openly said, you know, countries that have openly said, we're going to fucking whoop ass on Israel if they don't quit. Yeah. One of them is Russia.
That's another one I was thinking of. It might be them, but I don't know if that's a facade, you know.
Well, it might be a facade because they got to a point of takeover Zog, which is exactly what the Soviet Union was, to where they got a snootful, you know, and kind of went against it. Rubber band snapped the other way back toward imperialism. But I don't know. You know, it's hard to say without. Yeah, I'm only privy to the information.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes a difference is the digestion of that information. I get this from here. I get this from here. What does that mean? You know, I start seeing what does that actually mean? If this is really happening, how does that play out with everything else? I like war game it in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot to this that's you know, I have to ask myself, you know, like everybody says, oh, you don't like it, go to North Korea, they're really bad, blah blah blah. Well, that's what I'm told. Okay, that's what I'm told. Do I know that that's true though? Do I know it might be a fucking paradise place? And the whole reason they keep
it might be where Epstein's at.
It'd be like, you know, no, we don't want your crazy motherfucking influence in here. Stay the fuck out. Okay. I think that could be a possibility. It might be a really cool place, man.
Yeah.
Um,
No, we don't fucking know
of
the
course,
truth.
because we don't like them. You know, their ideology is different than ours, which I can't see where that's so bad, because it looks like our ideology is colonialism and war. That's all we do. That's all we've ever done. Our whole fucking national anthem is about war. You know, the bombs bursting in air and the smell of burning hair. And, you know, this is fucking, wow, what a thing. Why wouldn't you want your national anthem to reflect the positive things about your nation? Why not America the Beautiful? Wouldn't that be way better? You know, doesn't that describe America like how I envision America? But apparently people envision us as a dominating military force, which is exactly what we've become. A domineering, colonializing force. But the thing is, we let the shit get ahead of us. We went in, and we're finding that out right now on the battlefield. Got all this high-tech, gizmo, expensive fucking bullshit, and it's getting trashed by low-tech. Everything's getting fucking tore up by low-tech. And the amount of time it takes us to replace the shit that they're knocking out, in some cases, takes a year or two. And Iran's just been knocking that shit down like it's dominoes.
Well, I seen today they was firing more missiles and attacking more areas along the coast.
Yeah, we did a bombing campaign on some island or something. I think they hit Park Island again. And now
they showed some picture of like the control tower of the Strait of Hormuz. They showed a picture of it, and they showed that they attacked that and hit it, but it didn't knock it down. It like blew chunks of it off, and you know, I don't know if it's true. You know, I can't really verify or trust much of anything that I see online, guys. I'm just going to be honest. I don't believe a goddamn thing I see. I just can't.
You know, they put this orange turd up on the screen, and he says, you know, oh, we've obliterated their military, we've obliterated their missiles, we've obliterated this, that, and the other. And then 10 minutes later, oh, look, Iran just shot a bunch of fucking missiles at some stuff, you know? I thought you took care of that. Oh, that must be that 5% they still have. Shut up. Nobody believes you. Okay, you've bit off way more than you can chew. It's so much like that fucking Roman against the same people. What was his name?
Who was it?
Oh, fuck. He went up against Persia.
Oh.
He was a bombastic fucking blowhard like Trump.
Yeah.
He was just like this dude, narcissistic and shit, and he wanted to make his mark, and he attacked Persia.
Kind of like the movie 300, right?
Huh?
Kind of like in the movie 300, where the Xerxes doesn't take a knee and
Yeah.
bow.
Let me see what that fucking says. Let me look real quick.
Yeah, he was a big, tall, ugly motherfucker. Had shit all over him in that movie. He thought he was a god. Then he made him bleed whenever he threw his fucking spear chucker and cut his face.
Let's see. Crassus.
Oh, okay.
53 BC. A guy named Crassus. Roman general Marcus Licinius Crassus invaded Parthia, which is Persia.
Yeah.
Seeking glory, but was decisively defeated at the Battle of Carrhae, where Parthian cavalry destroyed his legions. Crassus was killed, and his head was reportedly displayed in a Parthian play. So what had happened was also the Romans had these techniques, right? And the Persians were good with the archery. So the Romans could defend themselves by like turning their whole little unit into like a tank with their shield, cover over the top and on the sides and everything. And these arrows would just glance off, right?
Right.
Well, the thing is that the Romans couldn't advance like that. They had to put their shields down in order to be able to advance. Well, the cavalry'd come up, and then they'd go to chase after these archers. And what the archers found out was that they could turn around on their fucking saddle and shoot backwards. And Romans had never seen anything like that. And so here they are with their shields down, advancing after these people on horseback, and they turn around and fucking fire arrows, and they wasted their army that way. Crassus thought he was going to wait them out. Surely they'll run out of arrows, but just like missiles, they didn't run out of arrows, man. They got their fucking asses kicked.
No, you're not gonna run out of arrows.
Yeah, he was just like Trump. That guy was just like Trump. Now I'd heard that they poured molten gold down his throat. So, because he liked gold so much, you know.
Who that guy?
Yeah, Crassus.
Yeah.
Crass.
Well, they say gold's like the blood of fucking ancient giants, so that's why everybody values it.
Could be. I doubt
I
that.
call it a vein of gold because it was a blood vessel of a giant. I don't know.
Does this mean Georgia the state or Georgia the country?
What are you talking about?
On screen.
This video says
I would imagine the state.
Oh, it's state, yeah, state Georgia.
Well, the Georgia over in Europe is a state too, but this is the United part of the United States, I believe. Peaches.
Multiple officers find arrest.
Moving to the country, gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Hey, everybody, some disturbing news out of Georgia yesterday that really affects every single American if you have a car. Here's the situation. We just learned yesterday that yet another group of police officers have been fired for abusing the flock camera system. This comes on the heels of news of a group of police officers a few weeks ago being fired for this. And some of these officers have been accused of stalking using these flock cameras. For those of you that don't know what flock cameras are, they're called Flock because that's the private company that produces them here in Georgia and then other parts of the country. It's a company that started here in Atlanta. ALPRs are automated license plate readers. They're the small cameras. You probably see them at the side of the road, on side streets, on highways. They're usually solar powered. What they are doing is capturing a photograph of every car that goes by them. And you can see, at least in the cases that I've had, because I've had plenty of cases where my clients have gotten in trouble thanks to flock cameras, where you can see the make, the model, the color of the car, distinguishing characteristics like a luggage rack or a bumper sticker, and of course, in most cases, the license plate. The police use these supposedly only in specific criminal investigations, but we are seeing more and more cases of abuse. So every single American across the country needs to be aware of the bad stuff that is unfolding with these cameras. And then I'm going to explain to you a little bit about where the law might be going in this, because things are changing and judges are starting to realize we may have a very serious problem on our hands with these cameras. So let's get started. So this is the first article I told you about. This is the one that just came out yesterday that involves 5 APD officers fired over misuse of license plate reader technology. The APD that they're talking about is Albany Police Department. That's in South Georgia. This is such a fresh, new story that as of right now, I don't know whether any of these officers have been charged with crimes. We're going to have to wait and see. But what's so interesting is this comes on the heels of just a couple of weeks ago. We have this headline: Metro Atlanta deputies fired, arrested, and accused of misusing the flock system. This is 3 officers, deputies from Cherokee County, which is north of Atlanta. And in at least one of these 3 officers' cases, they were charged with stalking through the abuse of the flock camera system. But boy, that isn't even the tip of the iceberg here in Georgia. Moving on, we have back in October, Sandy Springs police officer terminated after allegedly using city's flock cameras for personal gain. In this particular case, the officer wasn't stalking anybody, but was accessing Sandy Springs flock cameras for some side job that he had with some IT tech company. And so it was inappropriate, but it wasn't stalking. But nonetheless, he was fired over that. And then going on, here we have Richmond County. This is from June of this year. A Georgia deputy has been arrested after an internal audit found he accessed the agency's license plate reader system for personal reasons over nearly a month. Moving on again. Alleged victim speaks out after a former Coffee County deputy accused of tracking her is released on bond. He is accused, as you can see from this screenshot, of, among other things, 1 count of stalking, and that was through the abuse of their county's flock system. Yet again, here we go. Former Eccles County Sheriff's Office employee arrested for allegedly accessing flock data and yet again stalking. And then this one's extra disturbing for me. This is the former Brazelton police chief. He was accused of stalking using the flock system. He ended up retiring and resigning. And this particular article talks about the fact that the woman that he was allegedly stalking was denied a protective order. I should say, because this is always important, that until someone has been adjudicated guilty, they are presumed innocent. And we should respect police officers' right to be presumed innocent, even though there's a deep irony in that. So what I've just gone over with you are just 7 instances in recent years of police officers abusing these flock camera systems. I strongly encourage you to Google whatever area you live in and see if this is happening in your area as well, because my really brief, half-assed internet research has shown me that it is not a problem that is limited to Georgia.
No.
What I did want to show you is this is a map from NBC News, which shows we are seeing some cities start to turn around on their positive attitude about flock cameras. They are starting to see the potential abuses and the problems that these cameras are creating. And what you're seeing here in this particular map is the red are canceled contracts with flock and the yellow are rejected contracts. So this particular headline that I found from June, so just like a little over a week ago, flock safety crosses 100,000 cameras as 53 cities cancel over unauthorized federal data access. So there's a couple of different issues that are coming in with these flock camera problems, in addition to the police officer abuse that we just talked about.
So that's what I wanted to get into, because if anybody can get into those fucking things, right? Who else is fucking with them?
Anybody.
Right? I think one of the
anybody with a kind of computer technology sav, they can get in them.
I think it's like stalking. I think the whole thing, though, regardless of whether they're going after the whole thing is stalking. Okay, and I think that you could probably work the stalking statute to eliminate these things. I really do.
Because there's no need for them.
No.
Well, it's
No.
data
Well,
mining.
they found a guy who killed somebody. Well, okay. Did it bring the person back? No, it didn't.
No.
Usually you would have picked the guy up for him bragging or somebody snitching him out. That's usually how they catch people. It ain't through great detective work or any of that other nonsense. It's usually from somebody narking them out, or they brag about what they did. That's how they caught the Manson. Right?
Really?
They came and got locked up. A bunch of them got locked up. And one of the girls, while she was locked up in there, and it was for, I forget, was she locked up for being involved with the Bobby Beaujolais incident, or it could have been for auto parts, stolen auto parts. And she bragged to somebody in there, another cellmate. She bragged about killing Sharon Tate and shit. And that ended up getting back. She was a jailhouse snitch. And then the Inyo County Sheriff's Department went up there into Death Valley and got him. I've actually talked to the CHP that went up there and got him.
Yeah.
And the sheriff's deputy. Yeah. I got recordings. I have to think where they're at. I'll have to get those out. I've got their interrogations at the Inyo County Sheriff's Department being interrogated about the murders and whatnot. Pretty fucking crazy. I went to all them places, man. I've been up there on Cielo Drive where the Sharon Tate house was at. And
Can you take a tour of the house? Can you go in and
no. In fact, people don't like people driving up that road. It's a really narrow road, man. It's really narrow and windy. And the people that live there just they get looky-loos coming up in there, but they really don't like people coming up in there.
I get you. I understand why. It's kind of a bad idea. Isn't it?
Now at the Barker Ranch, which is in Death Valley, is that the Barker? Or what's the other one? Was the Spawn Ranch was over near L.A. The Barker Ranch, where they got arrested at, I've been there. I've been to that house, where they found him in a kitchen cabinet.
Wow.
They'd about cleared everybody out. Yeah, they'd about cleared everybody out of there. And they were getting ready to leave, and the sheriff's deputy, he looked down and he happened to notice some hair sticking out of the cupboard under the sink. And so he opened up the door, and Charlie Manson was in there, curled up under the sink and shit, and he just looked up and waved at him and said, "Hi." So they took him out of there. But yeah, I mean, I've been all over with that shit. Pretty crazy. I enjoyed.
I'm just taking it back. All
that movie's pretty accurate.
What?
That Quentin Tarantino movie?
That one where ends where they killed him.
Something Hollywood, something. And
Yeah,
something in
yeah,
Hollywood.
That's
Has
kind of
Brad
wild.
Pitt in
They totally changed history because he ends up killing Tex Watson right there in his front room because he had the wrong house.
Where that dog ends up coming up biting his arm when he's shot.
Yeah.
What was your name? It was something stupid. Tex.
Tex Watson. Well, see, here's an interesting thing. All right, so where I lived at was a little place called Olancha. It's right along Highway 395 in the Mojave Desert, right at the foot of the Sierra Mountains. And there was a guy that lived in Olancha that back in 1965 or 6. I think it was 66. A guy named his name was Mr. Stubbs, and he lived right there in Olancha. And he would always go across the highway to this little store that was there, and he'd get himself a little 6-pack of beer and some snacks and shit, and then go on back home. And there was as the clerk described it, some hippie type kids that followed him. So this might have been, this was definitely, it was before he had met Charles Manson, but the hippie kid turned out it was Tex Watson. All right. So this is what happened. They followed the old man back to his house, and it was a guy and 2 girls, and they kicked the shit out of him and stole $50. And he managed to crawl out into the yard. He was an old man, and he was pretty beat the fuck up. And he described it, every time that the guy kicked him in the head, the girls would giggle and laugh. Anyway, he was taken to Lone Pine to the hospital, and he later died. Now, later on, after the Mansons were picked up and the trials were going on, the clerk at the store was watching the shit on the TV news, and she recognized Tex Watson as the hippie kid that followed Mr. Stubbs home. She called the Los Angeles County Prosecutor's Office and told them about this, right? They covered it up because this was before Watson had met Manson. And Bugliosi was trying to sell his book. And it was all based on an idea that Manson had mind control over these people. So the book would have, or the incident shows that Tex Watson was already killing people long before he met Charles Manson.
Right.
So Bugliosi sat on that fucking information. Now, guess how it's really weird how I found out about this. I was looking up shit, images of Olancha. And in one of them, I find a newspaper clipping as a JPEG talking about this Stubbs guy where he died. And I found the house. I was like, whoa, okay, so what happened here? Well, then digging around, I found an article in the Los Angeles Times that this information was brought forward. It was telling about this in the murder of Mr. Stubbs was Sharon Tate's sister.
I didn't
And
know
it was
that.
like and the news article was like from 2006 or something like that.
Well,
And
Sharon was
have you ever heard it? Have you heard any of that at all? Nobody,
No.
it's just like, wow, just forgot. That's big shit.
What did Sharon Tate play in, Top? What was her famous?
Oh, she was in Valley of the Dolls. She was in a few television shows as well. I'm trying to think. She played with somebody really big in a movie, and that's what captured her. She was up and coming, But there's some interesting shit that went down with that. Okay, so before the police arrived at Cielo Drive, there was somebody else who showed up there to do a little cleanup before the police arrived. And that was none other than Jack Nicholson.
Weird.
And what that cleanup entailed was, now she was married to Roman Polanski, who is a movie producer, right?
Yeah.
Serious pedo. He was a serious pedophile. All right.
Well, they all are. Goddamn.
Well, they had movies and video in their possession of them participating in some pretty illicit shit. Jack Nicholson cleaned up before the police got there.
Maybe Jack's in some of the videos.
Hey,
just saying. Yeah.
Well, Jack knew.
Yeah.
He wasn't a big star yet, but he became one, didn't he?
Yeah, Jack said you can't handle the truth, remember?
Yeah, you can't handle the truth. I'm like, no shit, man. This is goddamn. Look at here's this woman got a $1,251 ticket from a flock camera.
For what?
I don't know, man. Let me see if it says something up here.
Well, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, man. This is only 11 seconds. How much could she possibly say in that time?
Just got a $1,250 ticket in the mail for having my phone on my lap, face down, and both hands on the steering wheel. Pretty cool. Just got a one.
Oh, they're cracking down hard on that. So that's what they got me for, reckless driving, because my phone beeped at me. And I said that I got my attention, but that didn't take me off the road. But yeah, they said it's reckless driving. If your phone's anywhere near you, they'll fine you for it.
Oh, this is good. So the tyrants are invading your privacy with pole-mounted cameras, you say? Hear me out.
You may got a kick out of that one. I like your avatar, sir. It says "flock you."
Exactly.
That's pretty good.
Go flock yourself.
That's a pretty good one. Let's see where else I got here. Where was I?
I don't flock every day, but when I do, I flock myself. Yes.
Oh, here's some more about that building. Let me copy this over. It was more about that building.
Just a real quick thing too. They, the Whitey Bulger thing. Whitey Bulger bosses the Irish mob.
Yeah,
killed all kinds of
yeah.
The FBI, his handler through the FBI, because they actually were handling him, so they knew what he was doing, actually let him kill people.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's supervisor from the FBI was caught. He admitted leaking the identity of FBI informants who then were killed. And then he also got caught taking money and bribes and all kinds of shit. So they actually were letting him go around and kill people. Right? Allowing
Yeah,
him
I
to do
believe
it.
that.
God.
Would the FBI run out of money or something? Like
What
they
is
get
so
more
fucking?
money?
Everybody's got this idea, and it's like, well, what is it about? Where did that come from? You say, oh, America's the greatest country in the world. It's like, why? What makes you say that? And they never really know. It's just something
Because
that
they're
they
told that.
Yeah. They're told that, and it's not. This place sucks, man. We're bullies. We kill people. We pull regime change operations, and it's not just this orange turd. It's every fucking one of them, man. I mean, our whole history is nothing but goddamn war.
We've killed
All
more
of
people
Roosevelt
than
on, dude. Yeah.
we've killed more people than all the other countries combined, probably times 10.
God,
Easily.
you know it. And
We're
still
blessed
ain't
by
one
God.
shit. And still ain't one shit. You know, they like to say, well, we won World War II. No, we didn't. Russia did. Okay?
Yeah. We wouldn't
Listen,
even be involved, you know. Did we?
In Russia, they have monuments, you know, like in every single town, or whatever you want to call them, whatever they're called. I watch videos of the guys driving through parts where they're everywhere, and I mean, whole families wiped out. You look at the what do you call it, of casualties of World War II, the Russians. It was like some ridiculous amount of Soviets, some ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
France, I mean, just like 5 times what we gave up. And I mean, they have these monument things all over the country, everywhere. Just whole towns wiped out, literally pulling everybody through there. I mean, look at Ukraine. They're taking friggin' people with Down syndrome and saying, "Congratulations, you're in the army." It's like, holy shit, huh? 60-year-olds and everything. Like, if you're just breathing, you're in.
Corky goes to war, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
The kid
my-
was sitting there with a stick in a ditch. It's like,
Really?
holy shit, huh? Really? Well, so they probably just threw him out there and said, walk that way.
Yeah, right. Catch a bullet, diminish their ammunition supply. That's what they did with the Irish in the Civil War.
People don't know the Irish were slaves also to the English.
Well, see, they got off these boats, and they tell them, say, hey, man, we're going to give you this, that, and the other. All you have to do is serve 1.5 years, and you'll all be together. You know, you're the buddy system, right? You'll be with people from they'll all be Irish and everything, you know, and you all know each other anyway. It's like, oh, hell yeah, sounds like a deal. Well, shit, man. You look at examples like Burnside Bridge and the stone wall at Mary's Heights in Fredericksburg. And those were just like, look, we're gonna use up the enemy's ammunition. All you Irish people up there up front, go hide behind the Irish people. And it's like, fuck, that's slaughtered.
Yeah.
So it worked out so that the enemy was using up ammunition. You don't have to pay out on your promise because they're dead now. They didn't make it the 18 months, you know, so it's a win-win for them.
Yep, fodder.
Yeah, they're just fodder for the fucking cannons.
Throw 'em
Cannon
out
fodder, absolutely, 100% cannon fodder. Terrible. And right there at Mary's Heights, what's crazy is they died in the cornfield. These Irish died in this cornfield that grew the corn that was sent to Ireland to relieve the famine. So chances are they would have not even made it to come over and die in that field had it not been the corn from the field they died in.
Yeah, that's weird, huh? Yeah.
Ain't that wild?
Mhm.
Small world.
I'm looking at the other face of the moon, so the moon has faces. Yeah.
I wanted
I'm
to
trying
ask
to
you.
understand with this potential building collapse, where was the old construction? Where was the new construction? This is an Apple Maps view of the Pfizer building as seen from the 43rd Street side. This is before the construction. You can see it's a wide building at the base. It gets a little narrower as you go up. Let's focus on these 3 floors of the original building and this empty space, this L shape here, because when you go ahead to a photo taken today, they have filled in that space with this new construction. So now this section of the original building is even with a section of the new building. Let's focus again on those 3 original floors because we want to zoom in on this area here. New construction above, construction elevators over here. They're temporary. And here's where those
Look
structural
at that shit in
columns
the
bent.
window right there.
So they're no longer able to pick up the weight above them. We'll flip into a tighter view here again. There's the bent column. This is the steel above that was going to transfer the weight down into this column that's not carrying the weight anymore. So as you get back to the wider view, all of this isn't now resting on the columns it was meant to be on. To give you an understanding of how that's a problem and how it is.
Look at this line right here.
Yeah.
You can see
I
it
can see it.
subsiding already. You can see it subsiding to the right.
It ain't level. It ain't level, Sav.
No, it ain't.
No. You need a couple floor jacks. That'll fix the problem.
Let me ask you this.
Just look at them in comparison to this other section over here on the
Yeah,
left.
you can see it drooping.
You can see they're drooping, all of them over to the right.
There's no fixing that problem, man.
It's on eyeball drywall.
It's a good way to tell how bad too. All you'd have to do is pour some water on the floor. It'll probably run all of it to these elevator shafts.
Drop a marble.
Water.
Yeah, throw a marble on the floor and watch
Probably
it
come
roll.
right to this corner. You probably come to this corner.
Yeah,
it's probably subsiding right there on the
I
corner.
guarantee it.
Now let me ask you this. Now you know that they took payment in advance to people that. So what's going to happen with that now that this thing is unsafe to live in? Do you think a lot of people are going to come back and say, we want our money back? We ain't living in that thing. How's that going to go? So you think this is going to be a big court thing now? Because
It would first have to be certified habitable, and there's no way it's going to pass inspection the way it is. Whatever they do, they've only got two options. They can only either fix what is here and somehow beef that up, or demolish it.
Yeah.
Or bring it back down to where it used to be.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, the engineering company is going to have to eat the fucking cost on that, because these guys were just building what they were told with what was on the blueprint. Somebody didn't do load bearing calculations correctly, or maybe they were trying to compensate for the curve of the earth. But yeah, I mean, you can look at these verticals right here in this midsection here compared to these horizontals right here. They're no longer horizontal. They're setting at about a 5-degree angle, man.
Now, see, they should have talked to Donald Trump, because he's the man when it comes to building things. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody builds like me. I build the best. Always on budget.
So if you're an engineer, right, Saab, and you had to come in and solve this problem, what would you do?
Well, like they've already done, I would brace up what's there. But now, see, here's the problem. You've got to lift all of this.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight.
Yeah. That's a lot, man. I don't know how you would lift that.
You might could, but
I mean, it would almost be easier to let this side down than it would be to lift this up.
Is there any way to like knock out that middle floor where the damage is and attach it to the lower levels and just start from there? I don't know. I don't think there's any way to lower it down.
No, that I as I look at it, my opinion would be that whole fucking thing's got to come down. There's no way you're gonna lift that. There's no way. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 stories or better.
Yeah,
but you can reuse all the glass work in the frames, because I used to put that shit in. All you got to do is just take it back out and take it down.
I'm surprised it didn't break.
I know.
Yeah,
break yet.
Like I worked on buildings like that.
Whoa,
man,
yeah, that's no good.
Is twisting this entire new section of the building. I created this blue horizontal box here, lined it up with the sound structure of the original building. Look at this as we get in tighter on it. You can see that there is a slight downward bend in the new section of the building. It's probably only a couple of inches. I can't tell from these photos, but there's definitely a change there, because there's nothing holding this edge of the building up. As we come back to the wide view, again, this is where the columns failed. This is the section of the building that is really very much in question now, and that's what the fire department and the buildings department and the structural engineers will be focused on as they try to figure out, can they get something in here to support the weight above, Or is there a problem that this has bent now in a way that it has to be ripped out? Would they have to start over? That's one of the questions that I'll be asking in the days ahead.
Is he one of those Canadians? Yeah.
That gusset on that fucking support is no, that's no good.
I'm gonna use maps, and I'm gonna look at what the building looked like before they added that on there.
You know, the government should just come in and terrorist attack the building and then start a war somewhere and blame it on somebody.
That's why I said it the other day. I said, "Oh, they'll blame Iraq or Iran or something."
It's Belgium. It's Belgium.
It's the stupid. It's the ice. It's the what's that place we're trying to
Greenland.
take over? Greenland. It's the Greenlanders.
Well,
where's
Nicki
Greta?
Minaj can help out with it. She's in the cabinet now, right?
That's what I understand. Here's that fool with his gangster buddies. Do you remember a show with Michael J. Fox called Spin City?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I know it. Yeah.
Doesn't this dude look like that mayor?
Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Yeah.
And this guy
He was
over
a
here,
dork, too. Yeah.
he doesn't look very excited to be there. Rubio. They look like mobsters. They just look like mobsters. This one's even got the pinstripes. Fuck.
Yeah.
Is this a NATO meeting we're looking at? Because they got NATO and OTAN.
Yeah, it looks like this as well. He's in Turkey. He was getting ready to leave.
Well, that's when he got the plane, huh? That he won't ride in. Yeah.
Stephen Nelson from the New York Post. I'd like you to address speculation that you're leaving Ankara not in the new Air Force One because of security concerns involving Iran. You've spoken today twice about them possibly assassinating you and possibly being successful. Did that concern have something to do with
Well, I
you?
speak about it a lot because, you know, the life of a president is very dangerous. It's 5.2%. You know what a race car driver is? 1/10 of 1%. A bull rider, that looks pretty dangerous to me. It's 1/10 of 1%. No, it's 5.2% is you don't make it. You should have told me you're an excellent reporter. You should have told me that years ago. Maybe I wouldn't have run.
Dumbass.
It's a very dangerous profession. No, I'm number one on the kill list for Iran. They're lovely people. I'm number one. So I don't know. I can't tell you that, but I don't really care because I'm doing my job and I'm doing it, I hope, better than anybody's ever done it because we have a country that's hot and really, really successful. But I mention it only because it's on the list. I mean, it came out. There was another list came out yesterday, and I'm number one on. I like being number one on TikTok better, but I'm number one on the list for killing.
He's
Go
number one on everybody's hearts.
Hey, Sean McCreesh, New York Times. But why aren't you flying the new plane home?
Say what?
Why aren't you flying on the new Air Force One home?
It's flying to Europe to one of the big bases, 2 or 3 of the big bases where we can show it to the people. And we'll be going home by normal methods. But we have it going to Europe to a couple of bases, actually one in particular, but it's going to go to a couple of bases, stop, so the soldiers can see it because it's truly magnificent. Yeah, please. Go ahead. Do you want to go? Okay, go ahead.
Mr. President.
What's wrong with that beanpole standing behind him over there? Oh, that was one of his men. You saw
It's one of his henchmen.
Yeah.
It's one of his henchmen. He has all kinds of henchmen.
It's worse than Howdy Doody, dude. It really is.
Here's that building.
Let's say Iran will get him.
Yeah, I think they will. If it don't, it'll all come back to bite them in the end.
It might.
Yeah.
What's going on here? Look at here.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Falling bricks. They don't even have bricks on it, does it?
No, I don't think so. Does. No, but they got the Mexicans out there with the hard hats on.
Yeah, it looks like 9/11 set up and staged all over, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It does.
Guarantee it'll be an insurance fucking scam too involved.
Yeah.
Because it's Pfizer, guys. God damn it, this is obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, they got to
It'll be
make
a
that
fucking
money
big
back.
insurance collection.
Yeah.
Same old shit over and
Let
over.
me guess. Larry Silverstein bought the place.
It'll
Right?
be fucking
Lucky
it'll be
Larry.
his son.
Well, Deb,
Fucking
let me tell you,
Barry.
when you go on
Barry
Google Maps,
Silverstein.
when you go on Google Maps and look at that location, they're BF in that building big time because they built other stuff on the other side of it and built that up on the other side. So that building's getting, but you know what it. It's like they just keep adding shit on top of it. It's like, yeah, well, you kind of see that happening.
Oh yeah, I want to ask you, what was the name of that book with the Gentiles? What was the name of that book again, so I can look it up?
Oh, you Gentiles. Oh, I can give it the link.
You
I'll put it in
Gentiles.
private chat. It's in private chat. Go in the private chat in the back.
And there's nothing in there for me. It's brand new.
Oh,
Fresh,
okay,
'cause
hold
I
on.
just came back in.
Hold on.
God, Roger.
Yeah, blame it on me. I blame StreamYard.
Here's
yeah,
a.
by the way,
Go ahead.
Sorry, my truck is back up and running again.
Yay.
Just for all the trolls out there, it said
It's
I
in the
couldn't
back.
do it.
It's in the back.
Trolls. What makes you think there's trolls out there?
Oh no, say it ain't so.
Oh no, there's definitely not trolls out there. Never.
I don't ever have any problem.
I don't see
with
them. Yeah, I don't ever see them.
I don't ever see them here.
Yeah, they like you for some reason, so I don't know.
They like me.
Not really. They make videos about you too. They're right beside my videos.
Oh,
yeah.
See, I'm not even aware of that.
See, let me give them a tip. You should probably make videos proving the curvature.
There you go.
From the ground. Try that first.
Yeah. Well, their whole thing is their whole gig relies on reversal fallacy and shame and ridicule, mockery, and that's all they have. You see, they don't realize that they have the positive claim. Not even they have a firsthand observation of a globe Earth. Okay, it's all a
but
belief.
I saw it on TV. I saw it on TV.
I saw Darth Vader on TV. Was it real?
I know it. I saw Three Stooges on fucking TV.
Listen, Sav, if I was on the moon and looking at the Earth.
Oh God. I see Spin's name. It can go either way. I mean, I see Spin in the sky, or it's Spin on the Earth. He named himself as a neutral component.
Oh.
He's
I don't know
the way he did it.
He's seeing things if that's what he sees.
Yeah, I know. I see rotation in the sky. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, the ceiling's turning, not your.
Yeah, not you. No, I like to see him prove that too.
Well,
they haven't. They've been math to. Oh, this is what's happening. Yeah.
Fuck. You gotta be shitting. Come on,
yeah.
Like I said, when you run out of the physicality, that's it. It's all done.
It's it. Yeah, it's all hypothetical. If you took a chunk of gas into space, I said, "What?
A chunk of gas just by itself, right?
Gas. Have you seen that character around?
No.
Fight the flat space.
Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that monkey cat guy?
Oh, he keeps coming by on my channel and saying, "Let me on, let me on." And him and Brenda went over to RG's channel and they basically bombarded him with a whole bunch of proofs. You know what I'm saying?
They a couple now? Or?
I don't know. I guess they're hand in hand.
Cheek to cheek.
That's gross.
Oh, it's Owen. Yeah.
It's Owen Benjamin. This is kind of good. He cracks me up.
Let's
The
take
bear
a quick
himself.
look at old
fucked.
It is.
You know,
That's
we'll
sick.
bring the crime scene to you.
Where's the hole in it? Where's all the blood stains and
I
where's
know.
all the
right?
I mean, you know,
Like
the
we
dead
said, if
didn't
you get
happen.
hit by 30-06, bro, there's gonna be blood everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh
And
my
I do
God.
like Benjamin's clock he's got in the background over here. He's got
Yeah,
the
watch
south-
out with that
south-
music. It might be a problem solving the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah, I ain't worried about it. If anything, I'll have to trim it out. That's one of the
Yeah,
reasons I
fuck
stopped it too. It ain't no worry. I always go back and look, and if there's a red exclamation point, I just take care of it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Always remember this, folks. Regardless, the whole thing is up on Rumble. Okay, we're live on Rumble right now too, so it's over there. Everything we've ever
Is
done.
anybody
is
over in Rumble?
Let me look here real quick. Yeah, there's 7. You got 7 people over there.
Hello, Rumblers.
Hello, Rumblers.
Rumble.
But yeah, this is a
Wow.
it's always they never cut my shit off of there.
And look, she even put his picture in the back so you can stand there and stuff.
Where at?
Wow.
Yeah.
The picture.
What's that?
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah,
There's a
right
picture
here,
of it. Yeah.
And what gorish bastard would say, "Sure, I'd love to
I
stand
know.
right in the spot where the guy gets shot in the face."
I know, dude.
Yeah, let me do some inappropriate
fucking-
hand
Okay,
symbol.
everybody, hold your neck and go.
Yeah, I know.
Right? I would have done it. I would have
Back
done
and
it.
to the left.
That's why I'm not allowed to go places like that.
I mean, it's man, talk about bad.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is the widow.
Let me ask you this: do you think that that's a front for something? That whole thing that he was involved in. What's that company? What's the thing? That
TP.
Yeah,
USA.
TP. Yeah.
Toilet paper, USA.
Do you think that's some kind of? Do you think that was some kind of front company? You know, something they
Yes.
created so that money laundering or
Yes.
some kind of shit.
It's more than that. It's manipulation of masses of people. Okay.
Using religion.
We know that. All right. So here's some wild, twisty, fucking rabbit hole shit. And now I see other people are coming out and looking at it too. And I said this, you'll remember a long time ago. I said, wouldn't it be wild? I said, because JD Vance and Erica Kirk, they kind of look like they could be brother and sister, you know? And then I was like, oh, wow. And something about their cheeks made me think about Michael Aquino. I said, wouldn't that be some fucking crazy shit if Michael Aquino was their dad and they are brother and sister? Now there's some speculation on that. Well, the thing about that is Michael Aquino wrote a book with another dude on manipulating masses of people. And the dude that Michael Aquino, who was a Satanist, the guy that he wrote that book with is on the board of fucking trustees for the TPUSA. So yeah, it's about, and they were really wanting to push this Christian Zionist fucking nonsense, this Judeo-Christian crap. And I mean, that's why Bibi Netanyahu is willing to put so much fucking money into it.
My question is, how can you marry Judaism and Christianity to start with?
Well, you can't.
No.
You can't. See, that's why they had to go. It took them a long time. It started with their Schofield Bible nonsense, see? And the 501c3 preachers, you know, this is what you're to put out, you know. If you don't, you're not part of the church and you can't preach no more. So take away your livelihood. Golden handcuffs, baby. That's what they always do. Anyway.
more nuts. Okay, so Erica Kirk, you might forget this. Right after Charlie Kirk died, she took his body and made a spectacle out of it. Now, doesn't this look like a demon? So this is Charlie Kirk's body in his casket. Look at her rings. Look at how she's touching it. That's a corpse. Okay, that's a corpse. And she's like, this is on public. She posted this on her own Instagram account. Okay? And she's using his corpse hand. All right? She's like caressing it like she's a fucking demon. Look at her. Look at her rings. Look at the big G. Look at all of it. Like, what the fuck is she doing?
Those were mannequin hands.
And so this is Erica again, just using the corpse of her dead husband as a fucking prop.
Yeah, I don't think that was real at all.
That looks like crash test dummy, brother.
It does. Latex.
Yeah, it does look like real hands, man.
I mean, look at her hands in comparison to it.
Yeah.
Doesn't have any texture.
Yeah. It's not the same. I just took a look over McToon. He's doing a live with Professor Phil Bell, and he's debunking some flat Earth books right now. Phil Bell is.
Who?
Phil Bell.
I don't know.
He's supposedly a PhD, but he runs a wastewater treatment plant.
Okay.
But he's an anti-flat earther. He's over debunking flat Earth books right now on McToon's channel.
There you go. Good for him.
I know. It's funny.
Yeah.
Here to saying.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
That's not mourning, that's demon shit.
God bless you.
Which God, Erica. Okay. Look at her. That's his corpse. That's his corpse. Okay, so then her next move is to take the place he was murdered. The exact one. That's the same tent. And people can take pictures in it for $20.
Really? $20? Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they do, man. This is what's so demonic about it, It's like, come on. That's burnt, man. That's some burnt shit to be doing.
That's mental. Yeah.
God.
I would feel bad. I couldn't go to sleep at night if I did shit like that.
I don't think those. I mean, you wouldn't do that in real life. So probably he isn't dead, obviously, because you wouldn't be doing that. You'd be creeped out by it. I think
I would be too. Yeah.
You sure as hell wouldn't be doing that.
No.
Oh yeah, this is good. We'll put that up here. Put that up on in here.
Oh yeah. Speaking of books, I got a new flat Earth book called True Earth Whisperer that was sent to me by Mr. Jeremy Bird. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
The
book of Enoch mentions a secret meeting with the fallen angels on Mount Hermon. A lot of people don't realize that the book of Enoch is taken seriously by the elite because the United Nations has a literal base on Mount Hermon. Yeah. So like
crazy.
when you're looking at these books, like the book of Enoch, this isn't fiction. They're detailing real locations that the government is involved in capturing. I remember reading this passage in the book of Enoch, and this is what really changed my walk forever. There was a secret meeting with the fallen angels, and they created a pact. This pact, by the way, it's a real artifact that was recovered. In this pact, they wrote on a tablet, because they were going to suffer eternally, they made an agreement that they were going to work as hard as possible to take as many humans to hell with them. And when I read that, something shifted in my brain. I realized, like, this isn't a joke. There is a literal war against us as humans, and there are angelic beings with a lot of knowledge who are a lot smarter than us. Their greatest desire and their greatest unification is to take us to hell with them. When I read that, my faith changed. The book of Enoch.
Here's an interesting thing too. The UN does Mount Hermon sets at 33 degrees parallel, 33 degrees longitude.
No, for real.
And there's the UN has the UNDOF is what it's called, which stands for United Nations Disengagement Observer Force. And who was it that gathered up there? Watcher, observer.
Yeah.
What?
The Nephilim, yeah.
What? Observer, watcher.
What country is that in?
I think it's in Saudi Arabia. The actual one, the actual Mount Hermon.
It's mentioned in the Bible a couple of places, especially Enoch, I think.
Yeah.
It's a mountain cluster at the southern end of the anti-Lebanon range, Syria-Lebanon border.
Okay, yeah.
Syria, Lebanon. Okay.
Well, Israel will be there soon.
Yeah, they're heading that way.
I don't know, man. These motherfuckers around in that area and wanting to go scorched earth on Israel right now.
Good.
Yeah, it's what I said.
Yeah,
So
Lebanon's hitting them hard with drones. There's videos almost every day now. They're getting hit hard with drones, bad.
Well, they see what they did to Tel Aviv and the Gaza Strip now, and like they don't want that happening up there.
Are you guys ready for Trump gas?
Trump
What
gas.
the fuck is that? Bad,
What is
bad. Is that bad McDonald's food?
Is this another Legos? Oh, okay.
No.
No.
White House this afternoon. Freedom Fuel.
Ooh.
The White House this
Oh,
afternoon has launched Freedom Fuel, essentially a Trump-branded gas station in Pennsylvania. The only problem is a new Midas Touch investigation has revealed that gas prices at this gas station, which has now been rebranded as Freedom Fuel, are actually cheaper under Joe Biden. So if you don't know, Freedom Fuel stations like this one will start popping up across the country. This Freedom Fuel Network station used to be a Sunoco and now is branded as this Freedom Fuel Network. And the goal of it from this White House is to promote cheaper gas so that Trump does better in November. So gas prices at this Freedom Fuel station is $3.47 a gallon. It's located in Pennsylvania. But Google image search done by Midas Touch, super easy to do, shows that this same gas station, this Sunoco, actually had gas that was $2.99 under President Biden. And so while Trump is taking credit for lowering gas prices at this gas station, they did $3.47 to pay homage to the 47th president. In reality, it's actually still more expensive than gas was years ago. Spread the word, follow for more.
That's like saying, okay, that's like going to the doctor and you get some kind of treatment and you gain 100 pounds. And you say, I gained 100 pounds. And they're like, but you're down 3 pounds. The gas went up $2 under you.
Yeah, gas went up good $2 to $3.
Well, it's down 20 cents, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, I paid $3.47 today. I don't know what you guys paid. I filled my truck up for the first time, and yeah, we haven't seen them bite on it yet. You pay $2.70? That's what better than I did.
Gas is still expensive. I mean, I remember when gas was 87 cents a gallon. I asked an old guy at the gas station one time, who was pumping the gas on the other side of me. I said, excuse me. And the guy looked at me. I said, when you got your first car, how much was gas? And he started laughing. He's like, try like 30 cents a gallon. And I was like, oh my God.
That's sad.
It's always high.
My first car, it was 87 cents a gallon when I got my first car.
I think the most I paid for when I first got cars was $1.25. for a gallon of gas.
I don't even remember, man. It seems like 78 cents is something I can remember. Way back when I had my Oldsmobile. That would have been about 86.
Do you remember? Oh yeah, okay, all right. So do you remember lead gas?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Leaded and unleaded.
Yeah,
lead gas is better for your engine, actually.
I had an adapter because my tank would only allow unleaded gas.
Yeah.
So I had this adapter thing. I kept it on the floorboard, and I'd take that out, and it would fit into the unleaded gas and over the nozzle of the leaded gas, so you could, get cheaper gas. And say unleaded fuel only, like big capital letters and shit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but lead actually is good for engine parts. So why do they take the lead out of it? Emissions?
Because when it burns, the problem is it collects on the valves, and after a while, because people don't do maintenance, you're not cleaning the valves off, it then burns in the chamber as the valves get slightly opened, then it blows back and it starts bending the valves, and then shit burns off, and that's you smell it in the exhaust. That's what it kind of.
What's that rotten fart smell you get from cars when they accelerate sometimes, man? I can't stand it.
Cadillac converters is what I was told.
Yeah, shit collects in the
Cadillac converter that's blowing out all that smoke.
It'll burp.
It smells like a big old fart, man.
Oh, whenever there's a diesel pickup truck or a diesel truck in front of me, I just close the vents because it's gonna reek. It's gonna smell like home heating oil every time.
Oh, do you remember the biofuels everybody was making back in the 90s? They would go around
still making them in Europe.
Yeah.
Go get the fry oil from a restaurant and they would boil it down. Yeah.
They have multi-fuel vehicles. They'll run on kerosene, diesel, home heating oil, biodiesel. They're running on just about anything any concoction you could throw together.
You need Mr. Fusion.
Yeah, they won't allow that shit here. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they can't make money off of that. That's why.
See, this is the fucking shit I'm talking about. Can't allow this. We don't allow that. We won't allow this. Who the fuck are you to allow shit? Fuck you.
Well, somebody died and put them in charge, so that's what happened.
Well, how do they get that? Where's that power come from? It can't come from me or you. We don't have that power. How can we give somebody power that we don't have?
I watched a video the other day of a guy who's had a Chevy pickup truck running off of wood gas.
Oh, I saw that too. Yeah, I know what you're talking about too. They have like a steam engine kind of thing.
Yeah, it's wood gas. He literally just fills it with wood and gets it burning and runs an engine off of it. Wood chips.
He was getting like 37 miles to the gallon in a full size Chevy.
He'll be dead next month.
Yeah,
they'll kill him. Oh, he's polluting. He's destroying the forest.
Oh no, we're not destroying the earth.
Destroying the forest.
You don't hear fuck all about the greenhouse and all the greenhouse.
Well, I mean, even when you do use something natural, then they have a problem with you using something natural. It's like, fuck out of here with this shit.
I know. There's always somebody got some kind of shit to say, and somebody gonna want to give orders to somebody else. Fuck you. There ain't nobody got authority on me. Shut up.
I could make a fucking car with a lawnmower engine and get me in the town to go shopping and come back with no problem at all. Go 35 miles an hour, get 120 miles a gallon. Would they allow it? Nope.
No,
they'll kill you.
Great.
Stupid asses.
Y'all, somebody check the warranty on the former president, because Donald J. Trump is physically and politically glitching on the world stage right now. And baby, the wheels have completely fallen off. So he touches down in Ankara, Turkey for a NATO summit. And when I say touches down, I mean he practically had to be poured out of the plane. He gets off a Qatari Air Force One, looking sicker than a 3-day-old elective, and literally had to be escorted and held up by President Erdogan. He didn't know which way to walk. But wait, it gets funnier, and by funny, I mean illegal. He rolls up to his cabinet, and Marco Rubio looks like a deer in high beams. Why? Because Trump unilaterally announces he's dropping all sanctions against Turkey for buying Russian missile systems? Now, mind you, Trump put those sanctions there in the first place. And Rubio just testified under oath in Congress that they cannot legally be removed without congressional authorization. Trump's out here playing Oprah with national security. You get an F-35, you get a sanction lift, while his own Secretary of State is having a mini stroke in the background. Then the meeting starts, and instead of discussing global defense, Donald starts whining that NATO betrayed him because they wouldn't let the US conquer Greenland. Honey, we are at a NATO summit, and he is directly threatening to annex a member's territory. He's basically begging them to invoke Article 5 against him. But the ghetto behavior didn't stop there. A reporter asks him why on earth he posted a picture of Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni on Truth Social saying he wanted a restraining order against her. This man, this 7-8-year-old toddler, stammers and says, well, she's a nice person, but she wouldn't let me use Italy's military bases to attack Iran with Bibi, so our relationship soured a little. You cannot make this up. He's out here treating international diplomacy like a messy high school breakup group chat. Then he brags that he has a special relationship with Erdogan, and when asked if he cares about the Russian war on Ukraine, he literally says, it doesn't affect the United States. And then comes the grand finale of absolute delusion. He claims that under his watch, the U.S. economy brought in, and I quote, $19.2 trillion in investment this year, a whole world record. Donald, sweetie, if we brought in $19 trillion, please explain to the class why the deficit is growing. Why did we only create 57,000 jobs last month? Where is the money, Donald? Did the beautiful horses you said you were riding with in the car eat the receipts? Because the math is not mathing, the geography is not geographying, and the brain cells have officially left the building. Congress is already writing urgent letters because he is out here violating federal law on camera. If you want to keep up with the circus before the big tent collapses, smash that follow button, share this video, and let me know in the comments if you think Trump can even point to Greenland on a map. Stay plugged in, y'all.
I doubt he could.
No.
It's
He
it's
thinks,
over here.
he thinks it's gargantuan because of the Mercator map, too.
Well, the Peter Goals has it even bigger, doesn't it?
Let me ask this: we've got $19.2 trillion, right? How much money have we spent in the last 4 months? Do you think we've blown through $19 trillion in 4 months, bringing all those aircraft carriers and shooting all that shit off and flying them planes and
Who's
all the
fucking
fuel?
counting that high? I mean, who the fuck's counting this shit?
Nobody.
Oh. So you
they're
know,
throwing numbers out there.
even if they pulled 19 trillion, they've blown that in a month.
Shit, yeah.
Especially rebuilding the bombs they had to. Yeah, it's going to cost them more to rebuild it now because inflation's going up, you know, and those bombs are going to cost more to build now.
Well, ain't building them with my money.
Nope,
ain't getting any.
This is kind of saddening. Watch this.
You see these 4 lines?
Yeah. I just needed to stand there until 5:30 today. I'll give you $50.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Very good.
Great job. Thank you.
I'd like to offer you a full-time position here.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to.
Very good.
What's up, buddy?
We just wanted to come by and see if you want to skate Midtown with us.
That seems sick. I gotta stay here. What do you mean? I'm working. Can you see?
Is anyone even watching you?
I'm making a living. Have fun.
What it feels like.
You've been loyal, reliable. You're an asset to me. Come with me. I'm raising your salary by 30%. And now, you're here.
Really?
Go ahead. Check it out.
This thing is massive. You can see the bridge from here.
You earned it.
This is incredible.
Your day's pay, $2,000.
But I'd like to retire now if I could.
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Yep. Welcome to every day.
That's so good.
fall and break a hip, and that's the end of it.
That's
You
it.
read
Then
for
you're done.
15 minutes.
Then you're all done. Then you're all done.
Yeah, I had Ingersoll Rand tried to do that to me this past year. They
What?
tried to tell me I was going to stay at the factory and not go do another job. And I was like, no, I'm fucking going to go do my other job, which is umpiring, which I enjoy. And I get
Right.
paid more to do it than stand at this goddamn factory and build your fucking air compressors.
Right.
And they didn't like it. They didn't like it that I stood up to them and basically said my assignment ended. I said, well, it's fucking mutual.
There you go. I don't want to work for anybody that acts like you.
No. I mean, goddamn. It wasn't like I was going home, going on the couch. I was
I'll tell
fucking
you what to
leaving to
watch
go to
out
another
for.
job. They was basically saying I couldn't have another job outside of their job.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah,
a slave,
I-
aren't you? In that regard.
Here's the thing that gets me about that too is always beware of a place that they refer to their as a family,
Yeah.
or a team.
Team, yes, yes.
Walk the
Team,
fuck
family,
the other
yeah.
way. Get the fuck out of there.
You're right.
That's like saying we have lowered ourselves down to the standard of the weakest link.
Oh,
Well, you
come
don't want
on,
to go
you-
work for Team McDonald's? Come on.
Yeah, you don't want to show up in the morning and do calisthenics with all your family.
Oh my god.
They were
What
doing
was
that
that-
at Home Depot too for their
What was
employees.
that fucking movie? Had Michael Keaton in it. It's where they get the Japanese to buy the auto plant so that they don't get laid off.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie. Yeah,
Going home.
yeah. They built those shitty cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're falling apart.
I remember that. That was a good movie actually.
That was a pretty good movie, yeah.
Yeah, it had the guy who did he was Beetlejuice.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael
Michael
Keaton.
Keaton,
was
yeah,
the
he
good
played
Beetlejuice
Batman,
guy.
yeah.
Yep, you're back and what happened?
Oh, look who's here. Look who's here.
Hi,
Hello.
guys.
Hey.
I get so excited talking to Sav. How are you?
Oh,
hey, D-Man. Hey,
sit
Roger.
down.
Hi, guys.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I was just getting ready to show this video. This is kind of crazy, man. I've seen other ones. It's so often, that like something will come by me and I'm like, this is really weird. How did this happen? And I don't believe this is AI because I saw this a while back before people were even using AI. And I have to wonder, watch this crazy shit. This guy appears like out of nowhere. Okay.
Firman el juramento que ellos están confirmando que no van a ser partidistas.
Holy crap.
Firman el juramento que ellos están confirmando que no van a ser partidistas. Firman el juramento.
He just pops in out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like you walk through a mirror.
Yeah, or like a wormhole or whatever they want to call it nowadays.
That's
Yeah,
creepy.
it was. That was weird.
Or maybe it's just a simulation generating another NPC for
Right.
scenery I forgot or something.
How old is that video?
I don't know, man. It's kind of grainy, so I would say it's probably it's during a live TV broadcast. So I'm not rightly sure where it came from. Obviously a Spanish speaking country of some sort.
Mexico.
Brazil.
That's a good guess. That would be a good guess.
Yeah.
Good
Shot in
one.
the dark, man. Shot
That's
in
the
the
first
dark.
one I thought of.
That or Spain. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. So could be Spain. Could be Spain.
Yeah, you nailed it.
No, it looked Mexican to me.
Oh, look at the whole party is going up here. Oh wait, no.
Well,
Very nice.
Santero's in Spain right now, so he may.
Oh
be.
really?
Yeah.
Bill Santero.
Yeah.
Is he here tonight? Is he? I don't know. Okay, no.
I haven't seen him. I saw him
He was
last
here.
night.
He was here the other night. Last night, I think.
Yeah, I had
Yeah,
the
a lot.
infamous Nathan Oakley stop by my stream yesterday. It was nice.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, his book's getting ready to come out. That should be really good.
I hope so. I've been waiting.
2 weeks. Just 2 more weeks.
2 weeks. Yep.
What was it, Money Pit? Neil always says, 2 more weeks, just 2 more weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim, thank you for the calendar too. You sent
Oh,
me the
you,
calendar. I
Oh
greatly
yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
it.
you are so well. You guys are awesome. Yeah, flock you.
Yeah.
Flock you, D-Man. Flock you.
The 13-month calendar you can get. It should be a link in the description to be able to get to this, as well as Tamara's other books. And if for those of you that don't know,
I'll put a link up.
some religious weird dude, like some pope, decided,
Gregory.
he says, no, we can't have this 13 months anymore. That's just, it makes too much sense. We have to confuse the people. We're going to add some time and we're going to subtract some time. But there was a time where we had a 13-month lunar calendar that never changed. And you can get that calendar today, which is cool because you could use it over and over every year. And in the current ones, though, has the actual date that the public are going by, but you can keep track of where you're at using that as well. I mean, it would be so cool because you only ever have to buy one calendar ever. But and it just makes sense. It just makes
Every
that
day of the month would be on the same day of the week, and it wouldn't start. This month starts on Wednesday. This one starts on Saturday. None of that even makes sense.
Oh, but there would be 13 Friday the 13th. Oh my God!
No,
start on Monday, right?
Yeah, but if you've got 13 of them every year, it's not a big deal anymore, is it? It's just
They cancel themselves out.
right. It's no big deal anymore. Nobody cares.
Yeah. I was trying to ship Santero one from Amazon. He's in Spain, and they won't let me ship to Spain.
Oh yeah, Trump's suspended all trade with Spain. We gotta hate them now because
tired of winning, huh?
well, yeah, and they wouldn't let us use their bases, to illegally attack another sovereign country, and because they wanted to be able to get oil. They said, hey, that's not a good move, man. Those guys, it's like the guy's got a hold of you by the short and curlies and you sit there and call him names. It's like not a good idea. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And there's one other thing I noticed though. I couldn't find Tamara her calendar on Amazon. It's just a book. Where
They
do I get?
won't let you. Amazon won't let you create your own calendar. You can change the pictures on the top. They won't let you change the dates. So we have to do it separately. We have to do it separately.
Okay, now I get why I can't find it on.
I threw the link up on the chat for the books on Amazon.
I got you.
Oh, thank you so much, D-Man. Thank you.
But I want the calendar.
They're in the chat description. Of the video
She's got a web page, doesn't she? Like where I can go order their stuff too. They got a whole website, right?
Is it okay to say, Sav?
Yeah, go for it.
It's Charismic, KERESMIC, charismictruthstore.com. And it's got like shirts and other fun stuff too, but you can get the calendar there and then also send it right to you. And if you use SOV, SOV10, you'll get 10% off.
Sav's got his own
code. You'll get the extras for that because I just can't believe how many times you've mentioned it, and I can't thank you enough. That is just so sweet.
She put that in there. I felt like Navin there for a minute. Oh, you got the little bamboo umbrella and everything. He's somebody.
Who loves you, baby?
It's so much fun. I saw you're like the perfect balance.
Promo code.
Oh, bye, D-Man.
He'll be back. I don't know.
I'll be right back.
But but you got the funny part, then you got the political part, then you got the serious stuff, and it's just such a great, incredible balance. And you got the sovereignty stuff, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, he's back. Hey, D-Man.
For those of you that don't know, that is my favorite movie, The Jerk. It is by far
the new phone books here. I have watched
it so many times. I had it on VHS, and I literally wore the tape out. I mean, I know every line of that movie by heart. I can sit there and watch it, and I can say every line that's coming up as it's being said. I mean, I know that movie so well. And the thing that gets me is the guy, that's shooting at him. He says, "Oh, he hates these cans and everything, right?" So they get into this chase, and the guy's chasing him. Now, let's keep in mind, this guy's been firing at him from across the freeway, shooting up a place, hit Coke cans, hit all kinds of crap, shot it all up. Here's Navin speeding away in a car with no tires, and this guy's chasing him. Pretty soon, here's Navin starts running. He runs into a fenced-in area, and this guy's been shooting at him, chasing him, trying to kill him and everything. And he comes to that same gate that Navin goes through, and he stops because there's a sign that says Carnival personnel only.
Yep.
And he's narking out the other guy. He's going, hey, he's not Carnival personnel. And I'm thinking, you went through all that, and the one thing that stopped you was a fucking sign. You know?
Exactly. All the gun laws, right? I mean, the criminals follow the gun laws, right?
Right.
Of course, yes.
This guy, Guido's in his hotel room. You can picture it. Little seedy place, right? He's sitting there getting all his shit ready. He's going to go rob the store down the street there. He gets his ski mask, and he takes out his gun, and he puts the shells in there, and he goes, "Oh, fuck. I can't go rob that store. This gun's illegal. What am I going to do?"
I never understood why pizza in a cup never caught on.
Pizza in a cup. I'm all over for this.
So, Saab, what's your promo code again? I'm going to go ahead and order both 2 calendars.
SOV10. SOV10.
SOV10. Got it.
Yeah, I put a link in
Roger. Engaged. Brain, bro.
It's there. I got to work in 8 hours, man. You got to excuse me a little.
Tim, let me ask you something. Did you know about the about Kodak using the 13
Yes,
months?
Eastman. Kodak,
Yeah.
yes. He they did it. His was a little weird because he still used the same months. It was kind of a little odd the way he did it, but they did the pay period and everything, and using the 13 months. He didn't change the month names though. It was a little different, but Ethiopia still uses it. I mean, and most of the earlier things did. In Sav's book, in the back of Sav's book, the one that's dedicated to Sav, it does have a whole section on the calendar. So it explains. I mean, even like a woman when they're pregnant, how long are they pregnant? For 40 weeks, right?
40 weeks.
Divided by, if they're 4 weeks in a month, that'd be
10 months.
Right?
If they say 9 months, if they say 9 months, but it's 40 weeks. Well, even the term month comes from the word moon.
Yeah.
We have 13 moon cycles. Every 13 months.
And if you think about if you're paying rent, you're only getting for 28 days worth of rent, and other months you're getting 31 days worth of rent. So you're not even getting the value for or your cable bill or your phone bill or something like that. You're only getting 28 days worth of the same payment if it's like a monthly thing. So
didn't they at one point try to get everybody on the same calendar and not have it all different all over the place?
They did. The UN. It was so close to passing, and guess who stopped it?
Let me guess. The people with the hats. Yeah.
Well, yeah, they go by a lunar calendar. Yeah.
Religion. So that's what stopped it. But they were so close. That had committee meetings. They'd done everything, and it was called the International something calendar, international whatever, and everyone was on board. Everybody.
Well, the Hebrew year is different. It's not 2026. It's 5,000 something.
And it would have messed up their like the Saturdays or there's something Sabbath or something. But it would have.
It's 5786. The year 5786 begins at Rosh Hashanah.
Okay.
So it says the year count signifies the number of years since the creation of the world, starting in 3761 BCE.
Before the common era. They started adding that E on there, BCE.
Oh my gosh, is that the dumbest thing you've ever heard?
Before the common era.
Christ, right? Yeah. Right. And then AD was something AD was meant. It's like that doesn't even make any sense. BCE and it's so dumb.
Well, I know, and that's more that fucking confusion. It's more that damn confusion just keeps you all the time happening. They want to confuse you with tax forms. They want to confuse you with this and confuse you with that and all this terminology and all this other shit. Nothing can be simple or anything. Nothing can
That was one of your best sophisms, or one of a million. But when you said daylight savings time is like cutting off the top half of a blanket and sewing it to the bottom half of the same blanket, what sense does that make?
It doesn't. I don't know where they get that from. It's just like it's so dumb. It's so dumb. I never
run out of blanket like that.
I never understood it because they was like, well, that way you're not going to school in the dark, and shit. And I'm like, well, Dad goes to work in the dark every fucking morning, regardless of daylight savings. It's dark when he leaves the house, man. So, yeah, I never got any of that.
It's just to mess with everybody's rhythm and fuck everybody up in the spring and
It does.
fall. That's all it's for.
It does.
That's all.
I agree with you.
It's like when you hear him talking in these movies, the Indians will be talking, it's been many moons, that's a lot of months,
Yeah.
So when I was a little kid, I was like, what the hell is he talking about? Many moons. What the hell are they talking about? No,
The moon cycle.
Yeah.
Day and night cycle.
Yep. And I think that's part of our circadian rhythm. It's supposed to be part of our circadian rhythm, and they've totally fucked that.
Yeah.
Through destroying our endocrine system. This is why, women have menstrual problems that they're supposed to be all synced up.
28-day cycle, same
They're all
thing.
supposed to be synced up, women. In fact, women that like barracks together in the army and shit like that, they'll get synced up all on the same cycle. It's like, what's going on here? They all just like get synced up. And that's how it's supposed to be, but they've got us all screwed up, man, through our food, through our water, our air, destroying our endocrine system, keeping us low vibration as well. Oh my God, think of what a sense of hopelessness you instill, taking little kids and telling them that they ain't nothing but a random little infinitesimal speck on a little thing that nobody would notice from anywhere else in the galaxy and all this, they just, you're nothing. And, that really takes away from it. Absolutely. Whereas when you realize that you're here with purpose, you're here for a reason, you were created. This place was made for you. That's what they don't understand,
No one's an accident.
Do you remember the new zoo review coming right at you?
Yeah.
I figured it remember with Doug and Emmy Joe, the Henrietta Hippo. Do you remember that?
I remember that. The Freddie the Frog. They had that? Yeah.
And the owl and the little elevator.
I was a little old for that, but I remember when it was on and I was kind of like that kind of freaks me out. I'll tell you another one that freaked me out too is Teletubby things, man.
No, I never saw that.
I was like, whoa, get those off the screen. What in the world is that supposed to be?
You didn't like Poe, Saab? You didn't like Poe? He was
not a fan of
See, that worries me that you even know their names, Roger.
Oh, I had nephews and nieces that watched that.
Whatever.
Sure.
Who was the guy at the beginning who said he knew all the My Little Ponies from his
Hey,
he's
a brony.
When you have
Yeah,
kids,
his
you
name
learn all.
is Snowman.
The flow state. I almost did.
Yeah, flow state. Yeah.
I was like, God damn, that looks like flow state. What do he do? Why does he look so dark? You look, I was like,
Have you done the bat signal yet for Andrew?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he'll be here. Watch.
You caught that the other day, huh?
As soon as he does that,
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
That's your bat sign there, baby. That's your bat sign.
Ew, Andrew.
Give him 5 minutes. Yeah, come on.
He'll be popping up anytime now.
Well, his screen name last night was Biscuit Master or something like that when he came on my stream. I'm like, all right.
The giant lamp is shining up in the sky right now. Somebody needs me.
He'll respond. Anyway, I like your new one. I like the new chickens, where it's like, I don't think you're a bad person. I just
shut the fuck up. This one here.
Hey man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta shut the fuck up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the fuck up. I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the fuck up.
She's got the little chicken.
Chicken banana.
She's got. You need a banana there to go with that.
I got a banana. I do.
Oh my God! No way. No way.
Somebody
I
in the
wasn't
comment section.
prepared this time.
He's got it. Look. We're gonna recreate it. Here it goes.
Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Chicken banana. Banana. Banana.
Here it is. That was like
great show,
stereo.
Sav. This is awesome.
Visual stereo. I was like, oh my God. it's
Somebody earlier in the show said, "Oh, I can't watch the karaoke fart girl."
Can't watch the karaoke fart girl.
Guy was like, "I can't watch it." He must have cut out and came back. It's like, holy crap, huh?
Oh, that's the CeeLo Green song, man. That's an excellent song.
It's a brain worm. Is that what you're saying, Roger?
Listen, it's not often that you can find a talented crackhead like that can, not only sing in tune but fart in tune as well.
Pretty good.
That's talent. It's
On
talent.
command.
I'm not. I don't know what kind of market that's for, but
I can't do that.
I reckon I can't do it. I can't.
Well, so you just saved me $4.
Okay. Oh, from
the calendar.
From the promo code, right on.
And then Sav gets the profits. He gets the extra. So
there you go. See, yay for me.
Yeah, $4 there, Sav. I'm sending $4 here.
$4. What was that movie where that kid was after his $2 all through it?
I got to change my address on this thing.
It was Better Off Dead with John Cusack.
Oh,
yeah.
What a terrible shame.
$2. That kid's up on the ski slope. He's up there. He made it up there with his bike somehow.
Give me $2.
I got to change the shipping address, guys. It's shipping it to Tempe, Arizona, my last address.
You can just email me, Roger. It's levelplainpoem@gmail.com. And just I'll change it. I can just send it to you from here. I'll put a little note on it.
Okay, cool. I'll give you my address.
She got different color sticky notes and stuff.
Yeah.
So level plain poem is your email.
At gmail.com. That's it.
At Gmail. Got it. All right.
I like it when he tries to kill himself and he tries to jump off the bridge and lands in the trash truck, and the two black guys working on the telephone pole go, "Look at that! What a perfectly good waste of a white boy." He's waving at him.
That's Better Off Dead. Gee, Ricky, I'm sorry your mom blew up.
Yeah, Ricky.
Had that French exchange student, and mom's trying to hook.
Can you say French fries?
And French toast. Oh my God.
Oh, that reminds me. Remember Freedom Fries back in, what was it, the Gulf War? They were like, the French won't help us, so we call it American or Freedom Fries now. Really?
That was such a good. The worst thing I did, and I got to tell you, this was funny. I mean, this was. They had. Do you remember the playing cards that had the terrorists pictures on them and shit? Okay. So I remember I was with my wife and I think my brother, and we were up close to DC, and we stopped in this gas station, and this was so long ago, I was drinking still, and I got a 40 ouncer, and I was standing there waiting in line, and of course it was a bunch of Arab people behind the counter up there. And I saw those playing cards there, so I picked up a deck of them and I opened them, and I was sitting there looking at the cards, making it real obvious, and I was looking at it and then looking at each one of the people behind the counter and shit like that. And you could tell it was bugging the shit out of them, but they didn't dare say shit because everybody in America was like, stop a fucking raghead, kiss my ass. But I was sitting there pulling out these cards.
Check everybody.
Checking them out. My wife's over there.
What a mind psyop that was, getting us mad at the wrong people or concerned about the wrong people. Huh?
I know. Well, they're still doing it. Talking about how Islam's going to take over America and shit. And I'm like, hey, maybe you might want to look around at Zog you might want to see that we've already been invaded and taken over, and that's why you're focusing on the Islamics. In fact, those Muslims are here because you blew up their houses and there's nowhere else for them to go. What the hell?
What were you saying? I think it was last night. You're talking about Gaza, that they're trying to just make it like a prison.
Well, yeah, it already is. It was an open air prison, 100%.
But like they can't even get out or anything. They're trying to starve them out, and
no, they can't get out. Where are they going to go? You know, it'd be like, okay, so when they said that wave of people south of the border were coming to the United States, right, for whatever reason. Okay, whatever kind of a crisis is making this surge of these refugees from that area, well, who's going to take them? Where are they going to go? You know, I mean, somebody just can't go, okay, freely come into our country or whatever. You know, they got these damn immigration policies everywhere.
Well, that was crazy. We used to live in Las Vegas and they'd have these big immigration rallies. And I'm thinking, bingo, this is perfect. They're all together. Just round them up and get them. I mean, they're right here. They're making it easy for you. I mean, it's just crazy how, you know, you let yourself get overrun. Who was it? Was it Khrushchev or someone who said that we're going to be destroyed from the inside out?
Yeah.
The manifesto.
Listen, what's his name that everybody gave a bunch of shit to? McCarthy, right? Although I'm not a big fan of his methods, you know, I mean, the target is the issue, I guess, that I look at, but that's what he was trying to get at. And he was right over the target, you know, because who was he implicating into it? It was a lot of Hollywood types,
Red
right?
Scare, right? Yeah.
Yeah. See, through media, they knew that that's how they do it. It's through media. It's right. It's in all their plans, you know, and most of the public, the way it was spun was like, oh, look at, he's just targeting these people innocently. Well, no, because when it fundamentally come down to it, he was targeting small hats.
Yeah. What about also, wasn't it MacArthur who they said actually was right, that his accident, right, and the driver disappeared, and remember when he got killed? Was that Patton?
Patton, yeah. He said we were fighting the wrong sons of bitches.
That's what it was. Yep.
He said they weren't the people that they said they were.
No. No. That was, well, and the same thing going on with anybody that we don't like. Like I said earlier, you know, what do I really know? What do you really know about North Korea? Just the shit you've been told. And just a quick survey, how many people have the government ever lied to? So it makes them kind of untrustworthy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So
We just watched
for all I know, North Korea might be a fucking paradise, man. And that's the reason they got it closed off. They don't want somebody coming there and fucking it up.
We just watched All Quiet on the Western Front.
Which one?
From World War I. We watched the second one, the remake and everything, but it was still pretty gut-wrenching. And you think, what government would send their best, brightest, strongest, youngest, most healthy youth, you know, away to the slaughterhouse, you know, to the meat grinder, and unless it's intentional, right? I mean, who's going to give up their best people and go and then leave everyone at home, the kids, the women, everyone home, not protected, and then send out their best, and 7 million killed and whatever that just from the movie when they were talking about it, but and then
there's three versions of that movie that I know in existence. The most recent one, don't bother. It doesn't follow the book. The story originally was a protest to war. It really was. It was one of the first times that a book had been put out like that brought out that human cost versus morality versus, you know, what's it like for the individual soldier. And let's see, there was one I think in 1931 with Lou Ayres, and that's the original. And then the one I like really, I like the remake that they did with Ernest Borgnine and Richard Thomas. Richard Thomas plays Paul Bauer, the main character.
Yeah.
And and the thing is, the guy gets killed right as they call the armistice.
Yep, right at the very end. That was just so sad. Yep.
And I think one of the best scenes in that movie is where he gets leave because he gets wounded, and he gets leave and he goes home for a little while for convalescence. And everybody asking him, treating him like he's a big hero and asking him how many Frenchies did you kill and shit like that. And he don't even want to fucking talk about it.
Right.
He's like, listen, and you can see because the way that the schoolmaster and everybody pumped him up about going out there and fighting for the fatherland. And then he gets a taste of it. He sees his friends blowed up and killed and shit. He gets wounded himself and he comes home. And his thoughts on it are completely antithetical to what they were when he went.
Right.
But these people are still holding on to those ideals. And he's like, it's not like that, man.
Yeah. I'm sure you have, but I just recently saw Hair. I thought it was like some 60s hippies thing, the music and the free love and all that stuff. And I was like, I didn't care. I watched it and that was really good. That was it was a lot better than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's great. I remember, it was quite controversial because there was nudity, and when that first came out on Broadway on the stage, I remember my parents went and saw it at the Fisher Theater in Flint, but they went and saw it. And they brought back, these decal stickers from the musical Hair, and I had those on my notebook at school. And that was kind of like, oh, that thing's got nudity in it. It's about hippies and shit, and it's, well, my parents were hippies, so whatever. And I can remember that's got great music to it too.
Great music.
Didn't the movie have the cow sills in it? Remember the cow sills?
I remember the cow sills. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
I'll tell you a great musical, another great musical. Jesus Christ Superstar. That is like one of my favorites, man. That is one of my favorites right there, because that gives you a completely different view of it. That gives you a completely different view of what that whole thing was, and what the relationship between Judas and Jesus really was. It's actually from Judas's standpoint.
See, that's the same thing when I know the music, and I knew the music from Hair, but I didn't know the story. And man, that story was powerful, but it's probably the same thing, right?
Yeah, it is. It really is. It's the one I liked, there's a motion picture of it from the 70s. And it's filmed on location at the actual sites. And it's crazy because they mix in shit like the Roman Legion as they're marching. Some of them are carrying machine guns. And it's like there's like mixed, shit within. It's kind of surreal, but yeah, it's a great story. And the music to that one, of course, is really good. It's like where he's, what's that one that I really like? What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. And he's like, why do you look to me? He really gets it like that. Who would have known Jesus could sing like that? Wow. Oh shit!
Have you seen Kunk on Life or Kunk on Earth, a British comedian?
Oh,
I never heard of him.
No,
it's a girl. She's hilarious, but it's a real spin on everything. And she goes to these real professors and scientists, and Brian Cox is in it and everything. And she gives them a hard time and switches everything around. And it was just really funny. But that was just another shocker. That was like, oh, that was good. She twists everything.
Well, Brian Cox in Britain is known as a target. And personally, a lot of people don't like him. He was a little adenoidal nerd, and he used to play a keyboard in a band, and that was the only thing he was known for until he became a physicist. They gaffer taped him to the ceiling of one of the venues where they were playing. Yeah.
I was like, was it Neil Smoking DeGrasse Tyson?
Tyson, yeah.
Wasn't he like a
Neil Smoking DeGrasse?
Yeah, I think Chocolate Sand gave him that nickname.
There you go.
Smoking DeGrasse Tyson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
Trying to find.
It's funny when you
latest-
old stuff like the when you brought up the McDonald's, the old glasses. You go to McDonald's and you get the Grimace glass, and you guys had the whole discussion about Hamburglar and Mayor McCheese, and it's funny when you're in the just listening, and I'm just like cheering you guys on. And you're like, well, who was the one you had? Then it's like, that was the Fry Guys or whatever.
The captain. That was the one we were talking about a while ago. We couldn't figure out who the captain one was.
Yeah, I do remember briefly there was a captain in McDonald Land, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was in like the 1970s, and they took
It was Captain Crook.
Yeah.
For the fish fillet.
He was always stealing.
He had the fish fillet sandwiches.
And the Hamburglar, right?
You had the pirate guy that was the Captain Crook.
Yeah.
And then you had Hamburglar.
They had the cop.
There was Mayor McCheese. And what was that cop?
I can't remember his name. I don't know what they call him. Yeah. He's gonna look it up.
And then those little freaky French fry guys.
Fry guys.
Yeah, it's got legs of French fries.
You go to Mobile or whatever, Mobile gas station, you'd always get some little trinket or something. You had to collect them all too. That was the big deal.
I watched Westwood for the first time. I've never seen that movie till like the other day. Like the algorithm thought that I didn't need to watch Westwood, and I'm like, yeah, it gives an NPC outlook on everybody around you. You ever watch Westwood? Anybody?
Westworld.
Westworld, sorry, yeah, Westworld.
Yeah.
Westworld, not Westwood. Yeah, I don't know why I said wood. Yeah. Westworld. Yeah, that was a good movie. I liked it. It was different.
Dolores and
yeah,
lots of good twists. Yeah, a lot of really good twists in that one.
And the virus that took over all the automatons, everything started going awry. Like, he got bit by a snake.
I did it wrong again. All right, there we go. Check this out. I had to hear it. It started going through my head. I had to hear it.
The 1970s, it was Officer Big Mac, the Professor, Captain Crook, the Goblins, later the Fry Guys.
Yeah, the Goblins.
Uncle O'Grimacy was the other one. It was the old guy.
The purple.
Those are the ones that disappeared.
You had Grimace.
Yeah, but I mean, these are the ones they took out after the 1970s. Officer Big Mac, the Professor, Captain Crook, the Goblins, later the Fry Guys, and Uncle O'Grimacy.
Uncle
I don't remember Uncle O'Grimacy, but I remember I had glasses with them guys on them.
It says that he was a green shamrock wearing version of Grimace used to promote the seasonal shamrock shake.
Yeah. Did you ever notice that when they get rid of all the homeless people out of an area that the McRib comes back?
Oh yeah, we know.
That's awful. And we're all the cemeteries, right? We're all the new cemeteries.
Where are they putting these people? Come on, man.
Where's the 50 billion cows?
Right, there ain't no 50 billion cows.
Well,
I had to play this part because this is great. I love this song. Listen.
Okay, play it.
Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? 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 Tell me what's happening.
Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future? Don't you try to think ahead. Save tomorrow for tomorrow. Think about today instead.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz?
I
Tell me
could
what's
give you
happening.
facts and figures.
What's happening? What's the buzz? Tell me
Even give you plans and forecasts.
When do we ride?
Even tell you where I'm going.
When do we ride to Jerusalem? When do we ride to Jerusalem? When do we ride to Jerusalem? When do we ride to Jerusalem?
Why should you want to know? Why are you obsessed with fighting times and fates you can't defy? If you knew the path we're riding, you'd understand it less than I.
Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Let me try to cool down your face a bit. Let me try to cool down your face a bit. Let me try to cool down your face a bit. Let me try to cool down your face. So let me try to cool down your face. Let me try to cool down your face a bit.
Mary, that is good while you prattle through your supper. Where and when and who and how. She alone has tried to give me what I need right here now.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. 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 What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
That's Judas.
Oh, the black boy Judas.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
It seems to me a strange thing, mystifying, that a man like you can waste his time on women of her kind. Yes, I can understand that she amuses, but to let her kiss you, stroke your hair, that's hardly in your line. It's not that I object to her profession, but she doesn't fit in well with what you teach and say. It doesn't help us if you're inconsistent. They only need a small excuse to put us all away.
Who are you to criticize her? Who are you to despise?
Anyway, that's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the same vibe as Hair, isn't it? Very similar. The feel, yeah, that's
Yeah. See, Judas, he was getting into this thing. He's like, man, listen, these people are all making a holy thing out of you, and you're buying into it, man. He says you're kind of straying away from our original mission, you know. And
I think that was kind of the point why Christ hung out with people like that, right? You know.
Yeah,
yeah. He wasn't a hypocrite about it. Yeah. He was here to get rid of that kind of mentality, the pious, the holy.
Listen, that's what I said. You know, I said Jesus didn't come here to give you a religion; he came here to free you from it.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, because he brought God to the common man. You don't have to go into a special room and get other people's permission and all that other shit. God's everywhere. He's right here with you right now, you know. And that threatened the prophet and the power of the Pharisees.
The money.
Yes.
Couldn't have that.
Some of the most spiritual places I've ever been have been in nature.
Yep.
Places where you're in that moment in time and you're like, man, you're in the zone and just everything's right. And you're like, that's definitely not it, though. There you go. There's the old guy right there.
Yeah.
You hide behind the goblins.
And the captain, yeah.
That's 1970s.
That's hilarious.
You know what the term grimace means? Does anybody know what the term grimace means?
It's to kind of go like that.
Well, it has more of a darker side. I think to try to entail, like it's like the last.
It's like grimacing in pain.
Yeah.
I had a neighbor lady that looked like Grimace.
Big purple lady.
Is she available? Come on.
She wasn't purple, but she probably is now.
I mean, they had to be on drugs to sit around and say, "How about a giant purple gumdrop?"
Yeah.
Eyes.
I remember 2 or 3 years ago.
All day.
That was just one of the funniest. Yeah, well, that was one of the funniest conversations you guys all had because everyone was talking about it and trying to figure it out and just listening on. Just so you know, from the audience side, I mean, I was just rolling. This was just the best show.
They did a. Oh, Santera's in the chat now. Hey, Santero, I got a calendar for you. Oh, yeah, I sent you my address too. I emailed it to you.
Okay. All right. I'll get them right out to you. I'll get them out to you. Actually, I can do it tomorrow.
Thank you, man. Oh, cool.
Tim, sometimes it's like a boat without steering. It's just Wherever it just goes, it goes. Sometimes it just
We're right
goes.
with you.
So
You know,
wherever
the
the
listening
wind's
audience
blowing
is
it.
Just a rudderless barge riding the current, baby.
Why not?
Yeah. That's the whole way to do it. Just have a devil may care attitude, whatever. It's all just merrily, 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 merrily.
Life's too
Life is
short not to have a
dream.
laugh and have fun.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Remember the Grimace shake they came out with? I was in a McDonald's and they brought it out, man, and people were like fawning over like it's like something. It was big purple. I don't know even what flavor it was. Neither it was
Pure
disgusting.
toxins.
Yeah.
I remember in Frankfurt, Germany, in 1984, McDonald's was relatively new over there, and they had the UFO Happy Meals came. And there were people, I mean, grown adults and old people were in there getting the fucking Happy Meal.
Give me a Grimace shake.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was just like, come on,
Take 5 of them.
Now, it's that. Oh.
What people will stand in line for, right?
I know.
Yeah. I was just thinking about Uranus, the little.
Don't be talking
How
about my
dare
name.
you? Don't talk about me. What's wrong
God,
with you?
Roger,
Is it
right
that
there. You got to
town?
go right there, right to
The
Uranus.
town, I was thinking about fudge and UFOs and tattoo parlors.
Pack your own fudge.
I got to visit that place, man. One day. That's on my bucket list now.
Dude, why does the supreme leader always wanting us to probe humans' butts? What's up with that?
When I do the Route 66 trip, I'm gonna stop there. That's gonna be okay.
Yeah. I went to the one in Missouri. I got a couple of shirts from there. Got some pictures. I'm with the sitting there with the Uranus Sheriff's Department or Police Department squad car. It's like I think an old 49 Chevy. And it's pretty neat. It's a neat place. I just ran across some from Roswell too. I've been to Roswell, New Mexico. That was interesting.
And also, you're near the Dukes of Hazzard Cooters place, right? Yeah, I've seen that
is right
before.
over
I've had
on,
pictures with that. Yeah.
right over here on 211. And Ben Jones, he's there often. The guy that played Cooter. I think they had Waylon Jennings there not long ago.
Just a good old boy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what they did. I remember I went up there one time and Tom Wopat was there.
Oh, that's cool.
And man,
it's just sitting there on the side of the road, right? I mean, you can just stop and get your picture with it, and we would talk to him.
Yeah, that's a neat place. Yeah, that's right. So you've been there? You've been to it?
Yeah. It was a while ago, but yeah, right along the side of the road, right? You just
it's right there on 211.
Yeah. And when you were saying you were talking about going down 11, that's so pretty. Getting off of 81 and just going down 11 and all little shops and everything. That's so pretty. Yeah, we get our hay out there.
Go there through Mount Jackson.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And they got a covered bridge there.
The new Dollar General that was.
Oh God! There's a covered bridge. It's one of the last remaining covered bridges in the United States. Is right there. Goes over the Shenandoah River. It's there.
Why did they quit building those? That's my question. Why did they quit making covered bridges?
Semi trucks.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
make them bigger. Yeah.
Same reason that we don't have rail lines anymore. Semi trucks.
Yeah, where I'm from, and I think it was like Marshville, North Carolina. Over there, I think they have Barney Five's original car parked out in one of the parking lots. Yeah.
We got
Otis.
If you go inside Cooters, they got Daisy's Jeep CJs in there. You got Bar Fox Cadillac is in there.
Weren't those shorts called Daisy Dukes?
Yeah, the shorts are still called that. Yeah, still called that.
Every teenage boy's wet dream. I'm sorry.
She's gotten big, boy. She has gotten right big. Poor thing. But wasn't her sister? Didn't her sister marry Ringo Starr? Barbara Bach, isn't that her sister, Barbara Bach? I think he was married to Ringo Starr.
Oh, that's funny. That's an old name.
Didn't know that. Yeah.
Did you know? Okay, you know Peg on Married with Children?
Yeah.
Okay, her sisters were the Doublemint twins.
Oh.
Those are two of my fantasies growing up as a kid. Got the bicycle.
Roger, you wouldn't be able to handle one, much less two on
I
each
know.
other.
But you know, I'll die a happy man. So
Find him room temperature with an ear-to-ear grin on his face. I don't know how he died, but sure, I would like to go that way.
God, he smells like spearmint.
Good one, Peter. Good one.
I think it wasn't Heather Locklear. I think her father played the Jolly Green Giant.
Really?
What's the food? Wasn't it the Green Giant?
Green Giant.
Yeah.
Green Giant.
I think
you know
that's
when
Heather
that first came out, man, they had to change the label because the giant that they had like glowing red eyes and it frightened children.
Well, good thing they got rid of Aunt Jemima. What was it? They what was the thing with the butter? They kicked off the native.
Yeah, they got rid of the Indian and kept the land.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, they got rid of the Indian and kept the land.
Yeah.
I was like, man, they touched on some of that genocidal bullshit on Bonanza. I was watching a Bonanza episode the other night, and this guy was getting chased down by Indians, by Cochise, no less. And it turned out he was with the U.S. Army, and he had, went to make a treaty with them, and he poisoned the food and killed a bunch of Indians, women, children, and shit. And so the Indians were after him. And this guy was played by Dr. McCoy, from DeForest Kelly from the old Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really weird because that's the only acting style that guy knows. So it was like watching Dr. McCoy in a cowboy suit. You know, it's like
it's like William Shatner doing spoken word too. Dramatic pause.
Nobody's ever going to touch his rendition of Rocket Man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he knows it's a flat Earth. That's good.
Yeah,
pack my bag tonight. Free flight. There you go, Shad. Hit that road a couple times there. Sing it to everybody. And I'm going to be high as a kite by then. We used to play that in this restaurant. We called it Shatner. And it was like if somebody tagged you and said Shatner, you had to act like William Shatner. You had to Captain Kirk everything out. And this guy that I worked with, man, I swear to God, this guy, he did the best William Shatner. I tagged him with it right before he went up to wait on a table. And he did it as Captain Kirk with the gestures and everything. Pulled it off. These people laughed their ass off. He got like one of the biggest tips I've ever seen. I was like, oh my God. But yeah,
the best comedian I've ever seen it do Shatner will be Jim Carrey. He does a good Shatner though. The way he's so dramatic and spastic at the same time.
SNL back in the day did a spin-off of it where John Belushi was Captain Kirk and Chevy Chase was, what do you call it, and some vehicles chasing them, and they go to the computer, find out what it is. It's a 1972 Plymouth station wagon, and it's the executives coming to cancel the show. It's one of the funniest SNL bits. It can't stop, and he's still sitting there. They're moving all the equipment away, and he's sitting in the chair, and he pushes the button.
I couldn't. That blew me away. That thing we watched the other night with William Shatner saying the Earth's flat. Like fucking A right, bro. Captain Kirk just said that. Eat that, globetard, right?
Yeah. And he said it again, right? Didn't he?
He came back in
it.
the video. Yeah. But then he said we're hanging on the bottom of roots on the flat Earth, and if we let go, we'll know where we are. I'm like, all right, dude, why'd you have to go that far with it? You just say there, we'll hit it there.
He said the illusion is that globe.
Yeah, the globe. Yeah.
And it is too. I mean, and this is what gets me is these people to the point of anger pushing this thing that they've only ever been told about. They've never observed it. Okay, they never observed it. Or exactly. And that's why I like to say, I like to ask them that. I say, well, you know,
Fluid
nobody
media.
ever told you, what would make you start going in that direction of thinking? And anybody who's honest would say nothing. But a lot of times I'll get them, they're trying to hold on to it. And they'll say, oh, well, sunset. I say, all right, let me get this straight. You're bebopping along every day of your life, seeing a sunrise, see a sunset, and you're going, you know, based on that sun rising and disappearing at night, I think I must be on a ball spinning around in space. That's what you're really trying to float that by me. Come on.
Who was the guy who was saying that it went
into the ground?
Yes, that's what he said.
Then came
That's
back
what
out
it is.
and didn't kill anybody. Oh, I got proof of it. And then he said, oh, so he said, oh, I have a picture of the sun going down.
That was
okay.
God, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Man of Stone has a great demonstration. The sun doesn't go down.
I have a
That's
great
what it is.
avatar picture that you can show, Sav, and that.
Okay, I got it. Hold up. There you go. This is what that guy believes. Oh, I got it changed. This is
All
what
right,
the guy
I'll
believes
see
right
this.
It's like a Monty Python thing, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, the physics behind that's almost impossible. It almost as impossible as a space vacuum too. So.
Oh my God, it's the worst. It's the worst.
Spinning faster than the speed of sound. Yeah.
Well, there you go. I put it in.
D-Man, you switched your avatar. Didn't you have Butthead and Butthead earlier?
Yeah, I had. I always change it. I
like that. Is that a
Eric Trump and Butthead?
Yeah, Eric Trump and Butthead comparison. Yeah, he almost looks like Butthead, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
But is that a Globey going to work that you've got on right now?
I mean, think about the angle. That's how
he's
it would
climbing
be.
up a hill. Yeah.
I mean, the buildings are flat because every place on the surface is plumb and level. So how would you walk? The buildings would be vertical upside, to be sticking out the side. That's how it would be. You've never experienced that in your entire life. Everything is plumb and level to the location, and you've been vertical all your life. You've never ever been, oh gee, wow, we're spinning a little faster. Maybe I got to lean to the right a little bit. That's never happened.
You know, they say it's only measured flat locally, but we only measure locally. That's the only point that we have. Your local is local to my local, and everybody's local.
So look, even on a micro scale, there is curvature if there's curvature. Yeah. Otherwise, it could not form a sphere. Okay, so this is the thing of, well, it's not perceptible at small scale. Yes, it is. Yeah. Okay. And there's methods to test that. For instance, I'd like to point out what they do in machining. Okay. They have to machine a perfectly flat surface. Right. How do they determine that it's perfectly flat? Right. Mm-hmm. So it can be measured on a slab of steel. It can be measured on the fucking earth.
Well, so, Nathan's giving them leeway saying we do measure curve when you get to the hills.
Well, that's topography. It's natural. That happens on the water also.
Once you get to the horizon, it's all downhill.
Yeah. He's doing that in debates just to give them like some leeway to hang themselves. It takes them right back to sea level again. Like, well, where do we get a reference to get that hill from?
Everything is from sea level.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything. There you go. That's what it would be like. All the buildings are flat, and you have to adjust with the angle. You walk into work every day, or turn around and walk in the opposite direction past the Denny's.
That's the clown. That's the clown that designed that building that's coming apart
in New York. Oh, yeah. And what
that's
floor was that? What floor did it collapse? Was that the 33rd floor?
33rd floor, probably.
Wow, imagine that. Is it for real?
Yeah.
You're gonna pull my leg. Yeah.
I mean, that's what it'd be like if you were just walking to work. Your angle would be changing the further away you'd walk. The building's angle would be changing also. You'd have to get to the point where you couldn't walk down. You just fall off of it. You'd be if you could stick to the bottom, you'd be upside down as you pass the equator. You'd start your your feet would actually be going behind your head, and you'd be walking to people in Australia upside down right now.
I do. I have a friend in Australia. His name is Darcy Corboy, and if you call him, every time I call him, he'll answer the phone upside down.
That's funny.
And think
He has the best sense of humor. He's like,
Think
nope,
about
I'm
this.
at the bottom of a globe.
The sun is going down, but it's actually below their heads. So it's actually. So I mean, think about the goofiness and all of that when you really put it together and think about like, okay, yeah, that's not happening.
Well, I like to think of it. Let's just say you're out on the vast ocean, calm sea. You're out on the vast ocean. You're at the highest point of the ball at that point.
Wherever you are,
you're at the highest point. So in no way, shape, or form could the horizon ever appear here. It would always be below you. You'd always have to look down at it.
Below your feet.
You don't.
You just don't understand big sphere, Saab. You just don't understand.
If you were a microscopic germ on a basketball, shut the fuck up.
That's why I love that model ship video, because it's great, because they only do that model ship. He scales it down to 1,000 feet. And then when the model boat goes over the horizon, well, he trapped them because they would say naturally it's Earth curvature. And how would you get Earth curvature at 1,000 feet away?
Right.
So I mean, he just screwed them. Like, oh well, no, it's Earth curve. Like, no, it's not.
And also, if it was going over that way, it would also curve down on the sides too, left and right. And you can line it up to a fence, you can line up with a yardstick, anything in the flat horizon.
Are you saying horizons are flat? Is that what you're saying?
Horizontal horizon.
Here's the thing they're so. I know how they can get into semantics, so I'm very precise when I say that. Flat is a condition.
Aspect.
Level is an orientation. Using a horizontal baseline line, not arc. Okay. So it's an orientation. Level is an orientation. Flat is a condition. Walls can be flat. But
I'm looking at some right now. Yeah.
They're not horizontal, are they? So level is a horizontal line of reference. So,
and everything is measured that way.
And where they snuck that shit in the online Webster's,
that
it follows the curvature of the liquid portions of Earth's surface. Okay, that's word magic, because it doesn't say that the liquid portions of Earth's surface are curved at all.
Well,
it just says it follows that curvature, which it does, because there isn't any.
It's not even a duality thing. It's like they're contradicting themselves right away.
Well, it does. They're again with the assumption. Okay, they're going by the assumption that is saying that the liquid portions of Earth's surface are curved. It does not say that.
No.
It does not say that. I have never killed anyone that didn't deserve it. Now, did I say I killed anybody?
It's a contradiction of term.
See, I got you to assume something. And if it did mean that, it would be totally contradictory to the main definition, which says no point higher than another.
Well, the principles of the axiom, it violates right away in the first statement. You can't have a curve that's not a one part higher or lower than the other. That's what level means. So.
Well, everything is measured from sea level. Everything.
Well, what's a level, though, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. End of the story.
Every mountain, every height, every plane,
and every letter is made up of right angles except for one.
Oh yeah.
S.
No, V. Not nothing to do with C, just the word level.
Oh, yeah.
The L is a right angle. The E.
Oh.
The B.
She was going through the whole alphabet.
What does that turn out to be, like 30-degree angles on a V? Depends on the font. The font.
Yeah. The font.
I always thought that was kind of a gay word, font.
Yeah, but if you use cursive, you don't have any problems like that.
I know this girl that she hates it when people use the word moist. She gets upset. She can't
Moist
stand
and crisp. Crisp and moist.
crisp and moist.
Crisp.
Gives her
So anyway,
shivers, right? Yeah.
Here's some more stuff on that calendar. It's kind of interesting.
The church banned a calendar. Then they banned the book that contained it. The Book of Enoch prescribes exactly 364 days per year. Not 365, not lunar, a perfect solar grid. 4 seasons, 13 weeks each, no exceptions. The Qumran community lived by this calendar for over 2 centuries. They called the lunar calendar corrupt. Here is where it stops making sense. A 364-day year divides into exactly 52 weeks. Every Sabbath lands on the same day, every year, forever. No drift, no priestly guesswork. The lunar calendar required priests to announce feast days. Control the calendar, control the feasts. Control the feasts, control the people. By the 4th century, the Book of Enoch was shut out of the canon. The calendar went with it. The Qumran scrolls were sealed in jars and hidden in caves above the Dead Sea for 2,000 years. Who benefits when God's feasts require a priest to announce them?
It's always
be
about
the
power. Always about the power.
They knew it too. That's why they did it. Think about it.
I have no desire to control people or anything like that. It's like, just leave me the fuck alone, and I'm fine. But this need for people to control one another is just, where does that come from? I don't understand it. It seems like it's a lot of responsibility, but unneeded. If everybody just, well, then why would you have to behave if there's somebody to watch you? You see, if there's somebody to correct you all the time, then why do you need to behave? You don't take it unto yourself because it's a decent thing to do. It now becomes a question of not whether it's right or wrong. It becomes a question of whether you get caught or not. See? And I think that's where we're at. We're at a corrupt place.
Guilt would mandate that after you did get caught. It's like you're afraid of it, right? It's a fear thing.
Well, people are in fear of the reprisal and not really discerning the fact that it's just wrong, not looking at it from wearing the other Indian's moccasins. You know what I mean? What if I was him and he was me? How would I feel? Right? Where would I be at with that?
Empathy. Yeah. And a lot of people don't have it, like especially sociopaths don't have empathy.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's what you say, Sav, right? As long as there's no injury, loss, or harm, right?
Right. You're right. Stop where my nose starts. There it is.
Well, I'm going to step off. So
I'm getting ready. I got to get off here myself.
Nice to talk to
on 4 hours.
Nice
Again, starting the marathon streams again.
Yeah. Cool.
8 hours.
So we'll take an hour and we'll come back for another 4. See you in a little bit, Sav.
Shit. Be like the fucking Jerry Lewis telethon.
It's the Sav telethon.
The Sav telethon. We need to get them phones ringing. That's what we
Savathon.
Savathon.
Savathon. Get them phones ringing. Let's find a recording. Friend of mine's aunt had that muscular dystrophy, and she was working the phones at one of those telethons one time. I remember it was a big deal because they showed her on TV, and everybody, oh, there's my Aunt Cora. I remember her, poor thing.
How many years they had that telethon and
Jerry Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. He was part of the mob, wasn't he? Yeah.
Of course he was. Of course he was, man. That character. You ever seen The Godfather? The movie.
Yeah.
That Jimmy Fontaine, the actor. That was that was supposed to be like Sinatra.
Oh, okay.
That's who that was supposed to be. Yeah, and then remember the guy wouldn't give him the part, and that's how he ended up with his horse's head in his bed.
Yeah.
Kind of made him an offer he couldn't refuse. Yeah.
I don't like those kind of offers. Well, I'll catch you guys later.
If you watch all of the whole series,
I haven't watched all.
Series 3 shows the connection to the Vatican.
Oh, okay.
3 shows the connection to the Vatican. It's crazy.
Which one was your favorite? I like the second part the best.
You like the second where it's got Don Corleone as a young man
going back to Italy, and that was cool.
Yeah, he goes back and gets revenge for his dad. That's pretty cool.
That was awesome. That was cool. Yeah, years later. Yeah.
See, and that's the thing. You got to understand, if you're ever going to go kill somebody, make sure you kill their son too, because he will come back for you. I've seen enough movies to know that's what happens, man, whether it's a gunfighter or whatever.
I figured it out years ago that whoever the Scooby-Doo bunch runs into, the first person they run into, they're the one who did it. Every time.
It's the cranky old caretaker.
They're on Star Trek. Yeah, Star Trek, whoever the new character is the one who gets left in there.
Got away with it too if it wasn't for
kids. You kids.
Yeah, it's like, all right, so on the away team, it's going to be me, Spock, Bone, and Ensign Mike. You with the red shirt. Come on.
You forgot the key word with the Scooby-Doo part. It's meddling kids. But I'll see you guys later.
Darn meddling kids. See you later, Roger. Thanks for coming up. And like I said, I'm going to sign it out too. I want to thank you all for coming up.
Hey, Sav.
Yes.
Can I do the closeout? Because I know your closeout. I've got it memorized.
Sure. 100%. Go ahead.
Remember, don't forget, Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See your doctor and get rid of him because he's probably going to kill you. And it's always better to shit in the sink than it is to sink in the shit.
There we go. All right. Thank you, Tamara.
See you next time. Have a good night.
Everybody, have a good night. And as always, Tamara's books and stuff are in the links down in the description. And we'll see y'all next time on Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. Good night, everybody.